Why do I'm on the other side of the room? Damn it!
I'm sorry. I'm the GM.
Really? You're not that important.
Yeah. What?
Thank you for giving me this
D12,
Chris.
You will need it at some point when you're a barbarian. It used to be that I think barbarian was the only one using a D12 at some point.
That or a big axe, I guess.
Yeah. Giant axe, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know how to load your own die?
Oven.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm using my own
Perfect.
dice, yes.
I'm taking that as proof you've done it.
No.
Yes. You're cheating.
Since last time, yes.
Yes.
To make them worse, yeah.
Please don't kill my players directly in the first
No,
thing I
they
do.
only roll 19.
Yeah. That's better. All of them roll 19, even the D4.
That is impressive.
Well, you
So,
didn't get one with the
My friends,
Yes.
um,
Alrighty then.
can you all look at me for a second? I need to see how... Perfect. You're looking at each other in the camera. It's a good
So
setup.
when we're looking at you,
You're looking at each
we're
other.
looking at... Oh, that's going to be strange.
I want to put
And-
myself in the
and-
middle, but I'm
Toby,
totally figure out
you're
how to do it.
weird.
What? Oh yeah.
What?
Toby's looking... Yeah, whatever. What happened last time?
Kobolds.
I almost died.
We had a battle. We had an encounter with kobolds.
And we
Why did you
almost
have a
died.
battle?
I don't... You're so
Because they're
unprofessional,
assholes.
Chris. This is ridiculous.
I'm
Quick-
hungry!
You told me, oh, be quick about it. Eat something.
But I'm the GM! I do what I want!
Stop bitching.
Why are you...
You have
why did you have a fight?
muffins.
Why did you get attacked by kobolds?
They're assholes.
They ambushed us.
Fair enough, they ambushed
Well,
you.
all
We
right.
slept outside.
All valid points. We were outside. No.
Someone was supposed to keep guard when he fell asleep. Because you guys didn't have a rotating guard system.
Yeah, we don't know that. We slept.
We're not professional things.
No?
Perfectly true.
Professional things.
I mean, I live in a
Did not
castle. I don't need
expect to be
guards.
attacked while sleeping.
No.
We,
We
Apparently
learned a
neither
valuable
did I.
lesson today.
we lived in a
Yeah,
castle.
he needs to keep
with
awake
guards.
more.
There we go. I'm done. Ah. Rum. Why are you out in the wild?
Because we were on a quest.
Yes.
A quest to go to Stonehammer Quarry.
Alright.
And
Surprisingly, you remember the
investigate.
name.
What? How is it possible
He's
for me
calling
to
you
forget?
senile.
No. It's a joke.
Yes.
Well then.
Alright.
So you're out on a quest to go to Stonehammer Quarry. Why are you going there?
Because deliveries have stopped, apparently.
Indeed.
And, well, money has to get in. Taxes need to be paid.
Exactly.
And that's
So-
my job.
That's your job. You're the tax collector. So, you were sent by whom?
The count?
Count? Count Gall, right?
Yes.
Richard Gall. We
Yes.
sent you his most trusted lieutenants.
Expendable.
His most expendable lieutenants. And the Dragonborn.
Yes.
Hey!
Come on, he's a god.
Yes! God damn it.
He's marvelous.
How are we?
Which didn't stop me from dying.
Well,
You didn't die.
Almost.
You almost died. You didn't die.
So it's fine for now.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
And you were traveling. You passed through the city of Swan Meadow,
Yep.
and you decided not to stay there, but instead press on towards Stonehammer.
Well, it was in the middle of the day.
Fair point, fair point.
Sun was out, the weather was good. I mean,
Indeed. Something I forgot to mention last time is that there's an inn about another half a day of travel ahead of you. So, hopefully tomorrow you will not be sleeping in the wild.
Appreciated.
Yes. That would have been useful information.
Well,
Thanks.
How?
We couldn't have traveled
Thank you, Chris.
another half day
No, no, no.
because it went dark.
You could have, if you had been on horses, that wouldn't have been a problem. But you have oxen, right?
Yep.
Yet.
They are not the fastest of animals.
No, and eat gravel, so...
They eat gravel?
What?
You didn't say no to it last time?
Oh, that's right, they do. You have someone with you as
What?
well.
Oh yes, Thomas, the messenger.
Thomas
Oh,
the messenger boy.
crap. I
My
forgot about-
loyal follower, an
Thomas.
escape route, yes.
He crawled out from underneath the carriage after the fight was over and said, "Why didn't we sleep at the inn?"
What in?
The
You don't know these things, boy. We have done this several times.
Have
at least.
you?
Of course Getherin has done so. He's our leader.
He's almost dead.
Well, complain to him and see what happens.
Almost.
Wait,
Not entirely.
not dead yet. Oh shit! No, no! I did the thing.
You!
I deserve a beating.
You
Sound
have
beating.
just done
Yes.
something you'll regret.
I broke the
later.
one rule you're not allowed to break.
Your own rule.
Yes, my own rule, which means that I am. All of you need. Don't slurp into the microphone.
One rule. So you break it, I break it.
Fair point. At
Oh,
the end
all
of
the
this
rules
stream,
will be
you will all
broken.
get to punch me.
I don't care.
Okay. So, that's what happened last time. And before we continue with the adventure, stop turning off, you stupid computer. I will ask you all a question while I am trying to figure out how to keep the monitor turned on. The question is, have you ever loved anyone? Starting with Getherin. Tell the party, have you ever loved anyone?
Should we be serious about this or?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh well.
How old
No.
were we?
I
Like
haven't had
50 or
time.
something.
60.
What?
Wars brewing, young
God
age,
damn, yeah.
and all that, and then the gladiatorial stuff. Didn't leave much time for that, so no.
You're too tough for love. Is that it?
Well, too busy, more or less.
I see. Does that bother you?
Hasn't really entered my mind.
Is this like a psychological...
No,
se-
no. I just want
like
everyone
a psychologist session?
I just want everyone to get to know each other better.
Toby's nervous.
He has never considered this. Love. What is love?
This concept.
The love of coin.
This,
I was waiting for that.
the first
Yes.
time I fell in love was a bag that was filled with yellow precious coins.
We shall get to you
No.
soon enough. So Getherin has never been in love,
No,
and it has never bothered him.
Yet.
not really.
Yet. But
He hasn't
how old
had
were
time to think of it, more or less.
Yeah, how old were you?
How old are you, Getherin? Little squirt.
Yes.
What was it? Supposed to have that
Well,
here,
we
but
lived
maybe
longer than
I
he
didn't
will
write
live,
that
so.
down.
Well, not really. He'll conquer death too.
Didn't we say 40s or something?
Yeah, I think so.
Ah, the Dragonborn's Middle Ages.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
you're
you're out
probably
doing
dead.
adventure on
Yes.
your 40th birthday.
Let's see.
You need to
Both
get a fast
age-wise
horse, some shining red new armor, bigger blade.
So, Getherin has never been in love. Let's go on to Astra. Has Astra ever been in love?
Astra has not been in love. Maybe a few small crushes here and there. But people don't really, take to her like most. And, well, she might want to find someone like her with horns and tail.
More of them.
So,
So it feels maybe a bit lonely when she thinks about it.
Look in the Bible after demon.
but
Horn
so
thing.
she's not interested in humans despite growing up with them, or has she just not met? Well, she's had a few crushes, you said. But
Yeah, a few crushes, but since they haven't been interested, so she's just moved on and realized, okay, not for me.
Yeah. It was hard getting in that goat pen.
Who are you?
Yes. Getherin, by the way, same
Gonna crush
question to
on
you.
gnomes.
Humans are not interesting.
No.
Okay. I guess I shouldn't go into that too much into detail. I was just you're just surrounded by this weird inferior species.
Kind of.
You don't lay eggs.
You wouldn't survive that.
Right.
What are you? Snot? No, sir, no.
But sorry, Linda.
Familiar love for her sister and
Yes,
adoptive father.
absolutely. That's fine. You love Stella like a sister, yes. And of course your adoptive father as well, I would
Yes.
presume, Richard.
I also hold some love for my friend Asher and
Yeah.
well, people around the village, but not like romantic love.
You're bringing up a good point. There's many different forms of love. There's
Very well.
Well, if we're going into that subject, then of course we have
No.
basically all of his friends.
yeah, yes.
Let it die out. Let it die out.
I'll let you die out.
Oh,
See, I'm looking at you.
fuck.
How about Alder? Has Alder ever been in love?
Of course. When he was sailing the seas and being in port towns, of course he had some loves with some sea mistresses.
I see.
Yes.
Did they have tails?
What?
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 Were they fish?
Oh no. He was not called the salmon when he was young.
So did he have a lover in every port, or was it more like people he sailed with?
No, it's women at some ports. But then he never came back, so.
So more of
And now the only love he has for his heart is gold.
So these women,
Yes?
was it actual love, or was it more like a fling?
Prostitutes.
I see.
Yes. So, for the
I'm
moment.
not surprised at all, actually.
No!
This character is a shallow, terrible little creature.
He has the sneak tax ability, so yes.
Indeed.
Oh, God.
He's
So,
a gnome royal.
finally, Unger. Has Unger ever
Well.
been in love?
I would say, growing up as the younger brother of that guy, he followed him around in the docks because the bigger brother always shows the way, right? And so when he left women and stuff behind, he picked up on it. And as most women are either cold-hearted in that kind of business or they are crying their ears off, he went in and tried to comfort them. He didn't know that they were supposed to be a one-time deal. You pay them, you get it done, and you get out. So he was the sap that always came out and held their hands and tried to be nice.
You cleaned up after your brother.
He fell in love constantly. This teenage crush thing going on for 30 years, something like that. In some ports, he really felt bad about leaving them behind, especially when they were crying their ears off about how his idol, his bigger brother, had left them behind. He couldn't quite understand this, but he never asked because you don't ask these things. It's private.
Brother knows best.
Yeah, so yeah, he's been in love several times even. He's just never found anyone to show him what is real, what is not, well, shit.
Oh, have you two ever talked about this?
No. With him?
Dear God, no.
It's like, do you want to go up to your sister and speak about this sex thing? You don't.
If I
Go sit in the barrel.
I need a parent.
I can imagine these two are counselor's wet dream. It's like we could tear at this for years.
I need parents, okay?
Yeah, you guys didn't have parents, I guess. Not
It was 60 years
you
ago.
had parents, but
Yes.
yeah.
It was 60. It's a long time ago.
Left behind.
Goddamn birds.
Dungeons and Dragons. D&D.
That's how we got so good with crossbows. Fucking seagulls.
Seagull fucks.
Well, killing a seagull is supposed to be bad luck, isn't it?
Well, We're not on a ship anymore, are we?
Wow. The first thing you did walking off the plank was like, down the seagull. Finally.
No, they're like,
Vengeance.
kill the fucking gnomes. They kill all our good luck.
Oh, whoa.
What did you do? Oh my goodness.
I don't. It happens regardless if I have it open or not. It just plays. So I
If
guess someone
you-
just followed us. Hi.
Yes. Hello.
Hey.
So what you need to do is you have to take it away from the scene. Because it's still in the scene, but it's just you just haven't clicked in that you can see it.
Oh yeah, you can see it. But you're absolutely right. Someone, hi. Sorry, I will be. If you have any questions, just let us know in the chat, and we'll get to you.
You have the chat open, you
Yes,
sick
on my
bastard.
phone. Okay, so again, you
Silent
sleep. You spend the rest of the night sleeping with one eye open, I presume, patching each other up.
Oh God, no! I'm sleeping so soundly and deeply. I mean, the terror, the heart was drumming and pounding. I'm like, I'm out. I'm out like a light. I'm not built for this.
Brother, I am hurt.
Yes, I
Oh,
see
yes,
that.
you've all suffered severe wounds.
I will
Well,
use.
not all of you.
Actually,
Severe.
someone called out to me in my unconscious. So
Well, you got up, didn't you?
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
telling you, I'm
That's true. Astra almost died.
That's right, you were hit with a rock the size of a head.
So what happened
From a
last time
slingshot.
was the party is out to deliver some goods and find out what's going on in Stonehammer Quarry.
Yes, apparently.
Yes.
Went to set up camp, are not very used to setting up camp, and only thus had one person sitting to keep the fire lit. That person fell asleep, that's Getherin, the Dragonborn, and he woke up with a rock to his head that nearly killed him.
I blame these.
You should blame these.
They're
Those
pink.
two.
Yeah.
These
They're
in general.
treacherous.
My dice are loaded.
They're
Yeah.
treacherous.
I mean, not really loaded. They're just great. We had a little bit of a kerfuffle. You set the
Scuffle.
forest ablaze.
As you do in these things.
Oh
Yes.
right.
actually.
Spat out?
Thanks
Yeah.
for the forest fire.
Yeah.
She put it out.
First of all, it was the kobold I put on fire. Then
That set the forest on fire. It
yeah,
wasn't you. It was
yeah,
the kobold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This would be hilarious if it was a bear.
Also, two of them are piles of ashes. Thanks to me. Thank you. You're
You did good,
welcome.
Asta. You did good.
And I figured I could put it out.
You have prestidigitation,
Yes.
Precipitation.
which allows you to turn off small fires.
Small fires and
So you can start a fire like that, essentially. It's a cantrip, I believe.
It's
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She
It is
has,
a
she has
cantrip.
horns and roots in hell, so yes. Fire!
Yes, the cleric is not very fond, for some reason. of
What?
the-
What are you talking about? It's not just him.
Why don't we
She's scary, okay?
continue? Let's start from the bottom
Yeah, that's us.
left. Astra is the
Tiefling Wizard.
Tiefling Wizard. Then we have Getherin, the
Dragonborn.
Ranger.
Fighter.
Gladiator.
fighter. Yes, you're a gladiator, but you were a gladiator. Now you're
Fight you.
now
Oh,
you're
never mind.
a one-man army.
Kick your ass.
Then we continue with Alder, who is
An accountant.
an accountant, which is the canon name for rogues in this setting.
It's just. It's so
You're
good.
also gnome. The two
Yes.
of you are gnomes, both of you,
Yes.
and you're brothers.
Yes.
Yup.
You're Alder, and the younger one is
Unger,
Unger, who is a
pagan cleric.
cleric of the god of
Well, I guess the sun.
the sun.
I invented him, so I have to name him soon too. I mean,
Wells
I don't really
Fitness.
believe.
Yeah.
It's more like a way to make money. And,
And
it
appar-
works!
And
It works,
apparently
it works.
things
Sea
happen.
serpent shall
Well-
get you.
No,
Oh yeah, you converted the people from the sea serpent.
Yeah, well,
Who
the
demanded
sea,
sacrifice.
yes, demanded human sacrifice, and instead I came along with a god who, like, hey, enjoy your life, stay in the sun, pay a little gold, and
Yeah, gold
yeah.
is so much less of a sacrifice, isn't it?
yeah, most peasants don't have it, so
Yeah. I mean,
you make it work.
with
it's
that you can even be
glorious
alive.
gold, so silver and shameful bronze.
You can even be alive with this god.
Yes,
It's true. It's true. You went over with a ferry. The ferryman was named Patrick.
He was an asshole.
He was an asshole. Didn't like you very much. And now again, you
that's
finished
why.
sleeping, finished resting. I will presume that you have all regained your HP during the night through
Okay.
various rituals and.
I use medicine on everyone and try to patch people up.
Don't you get your spells back after a short rest?
I do, but I don't know I have spells.
Oh, that's true. That's true. You.
All the things I use is kind of just reaction. I shout at people, please don't die, get up, and they do.
That's true, because you don't actually believe in your god.
No, and I pray, please don't kill us, please don't make us die, and they are better.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it's not like you're actually praying to your god. You're just praying.
Yes.
Yeah. Somehow they just feel better. All right. So the ones who got healed have recovered HP. The rest of you will recover 1d6 HP each during this rest because I'm not an asshole. Astra, how much HP are you on now?
I'm full.
You're full. Getherin,
I don't remember if I wrote.
you
that
took 10
down.
HP of damage
Yeah.
out of your 11 HP.
I
Yes.
took more, I think.
That's a damn
No,
heavy
he
rock.
didn't get knocked out.
No, it took 12, I think.
Let's see, hit
No, he
point
took, he took
maximum
10.
13.
What? Your maximum HP is 13? Oh, you were supposed to take 10, but you took 12 because I did a miscount in my head.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're down to 3 HP. But now you are at 9.
Oh my god.
I rolled a 6.
What?
Of course,
Alder.
the Dragonborn gets...
You're wounded.
Yes.
Your brother helps patch you up, and you recover
Let's do
5
this.
HP.
I am fully healed. It's a blessing from.
Praise the
What is
God
it
of
now?
light.
the
Praise the
sun.
sun.
Oh, it's not up, but yes, praise the sun. Yes,
The sun.
good work.
Yes.
That'll be 10 gold.
Oh hell no.
So,
This is more of a thing with the
I'm
brothers, probably.
I am hurt, seriously hurt. I am hurt, please.
They are also, should be noted, former pirates who washed up on shore and now make a living shilling the local lord of his money.
They needed a deity. I provide.
Yeah, you fill the niche.
Yes.
The older brother is like, oh yes, oh he is. This is my brother. He is praising the sun
He
gods.
is touched by...
And he's touched by the sun gods, and with his help, we have gained wealth.
Do you actually believe him?
No,
No, of course not.
no.
I've been out in the
it's
sun
more.
too much.
It's probably more of he's in his ruse.
Yes.
He's keeping the charade.
He's a method actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out in the sun all day getting woozy, just walking around babbling stuff.
I love it.
It's divinity.
And the brother helps.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Could I regain
dawn
some?
breaks.
Could I regain some hit points, please?
Oh, you're also wounded. I forgot.
Yes, of course I am.
Who wasn't?
2 HP.
Still wounded, but slightly so.
Slightly so.
I am fully
Well,
healed.
Thomas wasn't wounded. Thomas, the messenger boy that you forcefully recruited to document
Forcefully?
your adventure, I believe it was.
I walk up to that man and say, "Why weren't you helping us?"
I'm a messenger.
I'm a priest. He's an accountant.
You have weapons.
She's a
I have a
wizard.
trumpet.
I told you to bring a weapon.
Then blow their
Don't
ears
bring a
out.
weapon.
You pathetic little man.
What?
You're supposed to help us.
I
The
will
Lord
only-
told
I
you to
will
help
because
us.
You told me the Lord required my service.
He does. That includes helping us keep us alive.
Why didn't you bring guards?
We brought you.
I'm not a
And
guard.
You're supposed
I'm
to
a
be.
mailman.
Well, aren't you violent?
No.
You have failed in your calling. Followed Getherin's advice. Become a man. Grow up. Grow some balls. Get something to kill with.
He shakes his head and starts.
I
packing-
slap him on the knee because I can't reach further.
Oh, that's right. You're like this.
Yeah.
This tall. He just looks at you, shakes his head, and
Go to Getherin.
he goes to Getherin.
Give him a weapon, Getherin.
How
I
I-
didn't bring any spares.
He didn't bring any spares.
Well then, I have a spare for you. Here, have a short sword.
Yeah.
It's not really fully grown, but then
he takes
so...
a short sword like.
And you're not
It's
fully
either
grown.
that or a dagger.
I'll take the
It
short
is a
sword.
dagger.
Do you have a sheath for it?
Yes.
Okay, he straps on the short sword. He straps it on the wrong way, so he'd have to like take it
How?
out like that from.
Yeah, from behind his shoulder or something stupid like that.
Yes. But he is a mailman,
the-
so what would you expect?
That
This
he
is
is
a very-
ultra-violent.
This is a very funny thing though, because we're a meter tall. How short is my short sword?
It's more of a dagger, really, for him.
But how big is my dagger?
What? The dagger is roughly like a kitchen knife. No, actually, it would be smaller.
In that case,
We can scrape people mostly.
Yeah, you're actually small, aren't you?
Yes.
Yeah. My God.
Can
So
give
Do-
people flesh wounds.
We can irritate you pretty badly.
So dawn has broken, and the sun, the one true light of the world, has risen.
Yes.
I suppose you don't actually conduct any rituals when you're with non-believers.
Of course I do. I am trying to convert them.
Oh,
I mean,
of course, of course.
it is proof. When I see the sun rising, I shout up, "Look, it is rising because the sun is glorious," and all that other jibber jabber.
Of course.
And, well, yes, goes to proof.
I go in with my brother's ruse.
Yes.
You pray.
Yes.
We pray.
Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the crub. All right.
Yes.
You
The
conduct your
plague.
morning prayers. Do either of you worship any gods?
No.
Well, I'm not surprised.
No, neither am I.
No surprise.
Does the dragon people have gods? Maybe they don't believe in gods. Or maybe they war against the gods.
They need
have
someone worthy of their
gods,
ire.
But I Getherin
Wow.
practically
If
gave
he
that
is
up
the wrong-
after all the wars and the whole gladiatorial episode.
Mm-hmm.
He felt I'm not getting any response.
Disgusted,
So-
perhaps.
More or less just figured out that this isn't giving me anything to believe in these.
What kind of gods were they? Were they old heroes, or were they like Norse gods, or were they more like
Similar to
nature?
the Norse or Greek mythology.
Okay, so more like characters.
Yes,
You had the god War.
indeed.
Yeah, he was very popular,
Yes.
or she was very popular, perhaps. They were very popular.
It.
There were multiple war gods.
Those.
There were different aspects of war.
Yes.
Yes. Guerrilla warfare.
Gorilla.
Guerrilla.
Okay.
Across the
Gorilla.
table warfare, dinner warfare,
We had the god of
Drinking
gorillas.
warfare.
angry warfare.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of gods.
Yes.
Entire
By the
pantheon
way,
of warfare.
There's more drinks if you want. I can see you've already finished the ones you had there, so.
I already finished 2.
My God, man. You're mad.
I was thirsty.
So, for
And
the
now I have
fifth
to
time, the dawn has broken. You've packed up your camp. What have you done with the bodies of the kobolds?
They're ashes.
I'm not gonna
They're
eat
spread for
them.
the
There
wind.
were
Wait,
4
you're
of them,
supposed to
correct?
do something with them?
No, you don't
you
have
sup-
to. You can just leave them to rot.
I kicked them a few times as I passed them by.
Do they contain gold?
They have no gold.
Do they contain gold?
They have a dagger and a sling each.
Ah, fuck that.
I cut the slings in two.
Not even worth.
Symbolic gesture.
We know how dangerous they are.
The sling- Why not take them for your own? Make them yours.
Wait.
I will just slap myself in the eye.
I see.
I say, Thomas, there's a lot of daggers here and slings. They proved effective. Take some.
I love it. So, you set out once more on your journey across the island of, not Tortuga,
Oaken Isles.
the Oaken Isles. Well, you're not actually on the Oaken Isle. You're
not
on,
anymore.
Which isle are you on?
Ferry Isle
Ferry Isle, exactly. Known for its ferry.
and stone.
And yes. So you
Apparently.
the most of the day passes rather uninterestingly, but we can assume that you're also healing this HP that you healed on the way. HP is very abstract.
Yes.
You're either alive or dead. But you're patching yourselves up, you're taking it easy. You're nursing the rather large bruise on the side of your head.
Yes.
You're still a little bit dizzy from that, actually.
Doesn't surprise me. It almost killed me in one hit.
That was a hefty concussion.
Don't sleep.
I am now brain damaged.
Well, you can stand to lose a few points of intelligence. What is your intelligence score again?
17 plus 3.
So you're at like
Yeah.
18 or something,
Yeah,
right?
he's
No,
he's
it's 17.
17 intelligence, 20 strength. Do we need to say anything else?
18 charisma.
My God.
16 constitution.
He is a monster. He is a monster.
He's better than all of us.
He rolled really well. First time playing Dungeons and Dragons too, by the way.
And then we started playing, and no.
You ran out of luck.
Yes.
This little baby rolls a lot of 20s. Anyway, let's change the music. You're moving on. You're talking about, well, presumably
Nothing.
nothing. Okay.
I'm
We do
sitting
not speak.
We sit there in silence,
on the potatoes.
trying to write down how much gold it will cost me.
Well, I'm looking into my spell book to prepare some spells.
I see.
Sorcery.
Witchcraft, burn her. No one can protect her now.
Excuse me, you can't reach up to see what's written in my book.
Could you lower that book,
just
please?
I didn't read it. I was just suspecting.
Just a gut reaction.
Granted.
It's just witchcraft. Anything she touches is witchcraft.
Yes.
She.
And I actually assume that we are kind of friends.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes,
my
yes.
God.
Why do you guys hate her?
We don't hate her.
We don't know. No,
We're
no.
fearful of the witchcraft from the demon down below.
Who also somehow is smart enough to see through your thin veil of lies.
She
and
has
see-
never shown that.
Of course not.
No.
It's more like the previous captain.
She's
Probably a
she's the
tiefling.
walking equivalent of your sins, right? She's a walking reminder that hell exists.
Sins?
That's why.
Well, we needed a cold, dark place filled with evil stuff, and they all have horns and tails now.
So she's a walking reminder that actually exists, and you're probably going there.
No.
Well, you don't believe in that thing.
The sea serpent will take me.
I'd like to see an atheist in Dungeons and Dragons, actually. Like,
Isn't that basically what
It doesn't
they are?
work! Magic is science!
Ha! Magic. Can you prove it?
You're
Midichlorians.
you're the equivalent of a guy standing on top of a hill in a thunderstorm in a bucket full of water, going, "There are no gods."
I'll have to. No.
We'll
You
see.
have to try that.
No. No. The copper armor of death.
So we're gonna just assume that not a lot happens during your daily travels. You spot a few cottages. People are tending to their things. Things seems to be going fine. It's not tax season,
No.
so you're not there. But some of them spot you, and
Hiding things.
they push their kids inside and close the door and stare out at the tax collector. He's not supposed to be here yet. It's not the season. That's an ill omen, that is.
You could possibly say there's a tax. A new tax, an extra tax.
And you think I'm bad. They run
Well,
from you.
I at least have a job.
Do you think you can raise your microphone, or does that work?
Yes.
Okay,
But
it works.
I don't know. Maybe. Like I'm looking at the thing and it sounds.
Also, if there's any issues with the audio, please let us know. We just started doing these kind of things, and everything is going into one computer, and it's complex. So if there's any issues with the audio, just let us know, and we'll.
in his mind, complex.
So many USB cables. Where do I put them all?
Up your bum.
No. So it's about noon. Actually, no, it's not about noon. It's about supper time. So 5-6 p.m. When you see the familiar silhouette of the inn known as the Miner's Regret. The Miner's Regret is not in high season at the moment. It is a place usually visited by the miners or the quarrymen of Stonehammer Quarry, and got its name because lots and lots of regrets were made at that place. The ale is cheap, the food is bad, but it's homely. Wait, homely is a bad thing, right? It's
What?
a comfortable inn.
It's possibly correct.
It's homely, but it's not bad. The prices are good, and you happen to know that the innkeeper of this place, a man called, let's see here, Ivan, a half-orc, is one of the nicest people in the Oaken Isles.
Damn it.
How common are
And he
half
owes
orcs?
taxes.
What?
How common are half orcs?
They're not
What?
very common. There aren't any orcs on the Oaken Isles, as far as you know. So he came here a few years ago to help out in the quarry, but he found that his demeanor was more appropriate as an innkeep.
Ah.
So he built the Miner's Regret together with some of the quarrymen. And he's actually, of the 3 innkeepers of the Oaken Isles, there are Yeah, I would say there are 3 inns.
Yes.
He is definitely the better one. And he always pays his taxes on time.
That is very
Nice.
good. That is very good.
But right now it's not high season, so the place is open. But there's a very short supply of food and ale.
We
and-
can't bring in potatoes.
Yeah, you are bringing things to him, actually. Because you're... what was the name of the lady whose goods you're transporting? Do you remember?
Rosamundan.
Yes, that's right. Rosamunda has sent you basically on a delivery. Mini quest. Sub-quest.
We are
Well, we
here
are
to
also
deliver
following her cart.
taters.
So you roll up to the inn, and there are no other horses stabled. I presume the word would be not parked. That would be the wrong word. There are no other horses, but you see on a field nearby there are some farmers tilling the soil.
Yeah.
Because it's the early summer still.
Well, they're farmers. They know what to do.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Yeah.
We don't.
Yeah,
They
none
do.
of you are farmers, so you wouldn't know, right?
No.
They're doing farming things.
I look out over the fields and see more like, the wheat tax will be great this year.
Indeed, it looks to be a good year for crops, actually.
Well, the
Some of
sun
them
has been
wave.
shining,
Yeah.
so
Yes.
Some of them wave, some of them stop waving when they spot the brothers. But these are not yet converted to the one true faith.
I should burn them.
I greet them kindly.
They wave at you. They wave at you. You're a familiar face.
A familiar.
Astra, after all, is the adopted daughter of the local lord. And Getherin, of course, always strikes an imposing yet comforting silhouette
Lethal.
against the slowly sinking
How
sun.
is the demon lady more liked than
Because
the two
she's
gnomes?
kind.
What? No, she's a demon.
I'm
How?
kind.
I think we can sort of see why you guys are not popular right here and now.
Are we sure they are gnomes and not imps?
The
Damn it, our
distinction is
disguise! We have to go,
very
brother!
thin line.
Yes.
Back to hell. Yes,
So you park the cart.
we stop.
Just stop.
In the middle of the road.
Yes, of course.
Yes.
It's a fairly large gravel.
Is
Thing?
there some kind of
A gravel road.
stable boy, stable girl?
There
We
is
just-
the daughter of the Ivan, and her name is
Ivanova.
sure, why not, Ivanova. She's about 10 years old. Looks to be 10 years old. Half orcs do age faster than humans do.
She's larger than us.
She's definitely larger and stronger than. Maybe not stronger, at least.
I'll break her in half.
Yeah, you're strong too. We got a party of bodybuilders here, essentially. Well, not Astra, but. And I guess not the older
Nope.
one. But you're sneaky enough to
Oh, yeah.
compensate for it. So, you could still go on, I presume, if you will. But you would have to sleep outside again.
Oh, we're not.
In sounds
I
like
would
it.
rather not.
So,
I agree.
what do we say? Shall we stay at the inn? Because I do not want to meet kobolds again.
Let's release them.
What say you, Getherin?
I'm in full agreement on that.
Great.
To
Then it's
the inn,
established.
then.
I know this man
Thomas,
who owns this.
bring our stuff into the stables.
I'm not your servant!
Get our things into the stable, Thomas.
The Lord will hear about this.
Of course he will, from me.
Oh, I am quieter. I'm actually going to raise the volume of my microphone a bit.
Yes, do so.
So you enter the tavern, and despite the audio music we're currently listening to, it's not very crowded. It's of course also the middle of the day, or in the early evenings. There's a traveling musician sitting in a corner playing his mouth harp.
Do we have tax on those?
If not, you should have.
I will write this in the notes.
He's a familiar face. He was in Oakenbranch, the town, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was in Oakenbranch a few weeks ago, so presumably he's moved on to this place. Doesn't look very happy though, and he doesn't seem like turnout has been that great for him. There's a few There's a miner or two sitting around deep in the ale, as it were.
In regret.
And you see Ivan comes up and he wipes his hands on his shirt and goes, "Ah, friends, welcome to the Miner's Regret. How can I help you?"
I step forward to shake his hand. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Astra, a pleasure as always. He kisses your hand. Ah, the brothers.
Hello.
Bit early
Hello.
for taxes, isn't it?
Never too early. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, of course. What brings you to these parts? Ah, Getherin, my friend. He does the greeting from Predator. You son of a
I
bitch.
suspected.
Yeah. So you flex your biceps together.
Yes.
It's close up of it.
He's so
And everything
cool.
explodes.
Yes, of course. What brings you to these parts? Let me get you some ale.
Yes.
Yes.
Sit down, whatever you want.
Food.
My house is your house. Food! Ivanova, get them some food. Yes, father.
Yes. We are actually looking for a two rooms, three, two, a room for the
room.
night.
A room for the four of you?
We all wish to sleep. Yes.
I have rooms enough that for one of each of you.
Sounds delightful.
And how about this? Half the price because it's not the season.
You
Fine.
are.
Of course.
Done.
But tell me, are you going to Stonehammer?
Getherin.
Astra.
Yes, we're going to Stonehammer Quarry to look into the missing
Shipments?
shipments.
Ah, yes. It's been quite a while since I saw anyone from there. I mean, these two, they haven't been to work for weeks. I presume they were kicked out. But they did mention that something weird's been going on. Or they felt something weird. Anyway.
Yes,
What do you mean?
Getherin should talk to them. Get their spirits up. See
Looking for toots?
What's what?
Yeah.
You're looking for toots, apparently.
What?
I
Okay. Fine.
just
Fine.
asked
Fine.
I'll-
So
yeah.
those two are from
They were there weeks ago. I was visiting the family. One of them says, visiting the family.
Okay. Yes. He has family.
Yeah, somewhere. Swan Meadow. You wouldn't know them.
They're clean.
They're clean. I work hard to keep them clean. I'll tell you.
I respect that in so many ways. I drift away.
So you get your food and your ale. If you're having ale, if you don't, then there's something else to drink.
Of course.
Water.
Yes.
There is actually a historical reason for why people would be drinking ale at this time, because the water was dirty. But this is a fantasy world, so the water is fine. And even
I'm
if
a
it wasn't,
dragonborn.
yeah, exactly. Your constitution just you spit poison.
Yes.
Nothing can hurt you.
Wait, you're immune to poison, aren't you?
No. Well, his own poison, I would hope.
No,
That would be sad if he tries to spit.
If I
Some
swallow-
gets in the mouth, he swallows, and he's like,
He's ill for 2 weeks. Oh,
You,
swallow my
um,
spit.
How does the food taste?
Oh, it's fine. It's not good.
It's a bit orcish.
It's a bit orcish. It's simple. It's a platter of cheese and vegetables, lots of root vegetables, some old sausages, very spicy sausages.
Okay, I'm going to do myself
Good.
a favor and use prestidigitation to change the flavor of.
Witchcraft.
Well,
Heresy.
you don't know anything.
Oh, sorry.
You don't know anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
We know nothing.
They see her
I-
eating.
She likes the
Is
spicy
it a
sausages.
spell that
Ah, yeah.
requires incantations or?
Verbal and somatics.
Okay, so that means you have to do a little thing and you have to say something.
Yeah, I'm like shaking a salt.
Ah,
Hockety, hockety,
Natul.
Prestidigitorium. And it's
Okay, so you went there. I
yes,
didn't.
alakazim, alakazam. Anyway, sorry, you continue.
I just say flavor and spice the food.
Yeah.
And it tastes
Sugar and
better.
spice and
Yeah.
everything nice. The food tastes surprisingly much better. English good I am. Do you do it for the others as well, or just for you?
They seem to be enjoying themselves.
It's grub.
spending weeks on sea eating only biscuits. Everything is good.
Yes.
Biscuits and
Fish.
the occasional orange.
Yeah, salted cod. So much cod.
I mean, I would offer if I
Still
thought anyone was suffering from the food, but
You see
they're
me.
eating.
Half the platter is going into some kind of container discreetly for later.
I mean, he gives you an orcish portion. So
Nice.
that's about half your weight.
If I want to grow up to be Getherin, I need to eat, right?
You need your proteins.
Out comes a fat gnome. Oh, wait. That's not possible.
You're the one who was referred to as the fat one. Did you tell him that, by the way? Because the kobolds were speaking in Draconic. I presume you don't know Draconic.
No, why would I know that's an evil language.
Okay.
They usually have lots of
Racist, but
treasure.
okay.
Yes.
Is everything evil
They-
to you?
I mean, they have
They're
lots of
small
treasures
and
and
scared.
gold, and
I-
therefore they
I think
Trying to
I think you need the world to be in black and white terms for you to function.
there is no middle ground.
Gray areas are invisible. Well, after dinner, I'm presuming those two will gonna sweet up to the miners or something because they know what they're doing. But looking at Getherin when he's eating like his giant muscly arms doing all the shit, I'm feeling a bit tiny. So I'm going outside and discreetly lifting shit.
You go out and lift.
Yeah. I'm like, what would Getherin do?
With sausage.
So what do? You eat, you lift.
We gains.
Yes, it seems like it. Bit more orcish portion, gain
Yes.
some more.
Yes.
All this talk about food. It's
Are you
it's
getting
kind of
hungry?
well. We have a platter of muffins.
We do. I wanted to make things better than last time.
It is very appreciated.
Last time was a travesty.
Compensated.
You eat. You enjoy the company of each other. To some degree.
Well, they left.
Okay. You enjoy the company of each other.
Yeah.
Yes. Those two are counting money and lifting smaller stuff.
This party-
He is super strong for his proportions. Okay.
Okay, yes. Let's not get into gnome physics, but you're extremely strong. How much did you weigh again? 40 pounds?
Yeah, 40 pounds, 20 kilos.
You're a big
something.
cat, essentially.
So I what?
You're a big fat cat, essentially.
Yes.
I think 40 pounds, that's like a German Shepherd.
Oh gods, no.
Yeah, I think they're about that weight.
No.
Because dogs can go up to 80 kilos.
Yes,
Yes.
I would say more 30.
Oh, yeah, okay, they're 30. Okay, a small German Shepherd.
But they could be small.
That's a corgi. Corgis are essentially German Shepherds that you chop the legs off.
How
There are
tall were
I
you,
lift them
Gnomes?
outside anyway. I prove myself superior in every way to
You're
them.
lifting corgis or German Shepherds?
One of each.
Corgi gains.
How
There
tall
are-
were you?
How tall were you guys? Yeah.
About a meter. They're
My
about.
God,
How tall
you
were
have hollow bones.
Yes.
And how big were you?
I'm an inch taller.
Well, you're the older one. You're an inch taller.
Yes. It
So-
took
How tall
me
were you?
60 years to become
Wasn't that
this.
tall, but
Six.
slightly above 2 meters.
Yeah, about 2 meters. A little bit over 2 meters. Yeah. You were Astra. How tall were you?
5'2".
5'2". So that's 170-ish, 160 something.
5'2", let's say.
Somewhere like that.
Or weird.
155 about.
57.
Yeah. So
You're like this much bigger than me, and you weigh possibly, hopefully, lots more.
so even
100.
sorry, Ivan sits down next to you two because you've left apparently.
Well, he's
Reasons.
out lifting dogs.
Yeah.
He's out lifting dogs. I'm
Puppy.
This is an up dog.
No.
Fuck. Okay.
I'm not
Don't give us
falling
enough
for that.
credit.
Oh, I don't. I'm sorry. So Ivan sits down in front of you with his own mug of ale. I can only presume there's something wrong in Stonehammer Quarry. Otherwise, I don't think the Lord would send his best to investigate. Care to share some juicy rumors?
Well, as it is now, we don't have any solid information. All
Ah.
we know is that there are shipments missing, and we need to investigate.
Funny that. You know, I haven't seen the Folsons in, I'd say, 2-3 weeks. Just about the time the last shipment came around. Mayhaps they know more. The Folsons are infamous miners. They enjoy spending their money on things inappropriate. The Folsons. It's a brother and a sister. Their names are Rod and Mavis. Rod Folson and Mavis Folson. They actually owe me quite a debt. They've hiked up a bar tab taller than both of the brothers together. So if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor and helping yourselves out along the way. They live about an hour up in the woods, a little cottage. If you could convince them to come here and at least pay off half their debt, I'd be willing to let you board here for free. And eat for free as well, he says with a slightly higher tone, so the two brothers can pick it up from outside. Free?
Free food. I take a bite out of the dog.
No
Alder
gold
crawls
goes
out
up.
from under the table, spilling coins.
How many? I count all the dogs to see if there are as many tomorrow. In that case,
What?
Orcish cuisine.
Oh, right, yes. He has a strangely large amount of dogs.
Well,
No, he makes
brother,
local.
I heard the word free.
Yes, I heard. And now, no gold will go out of my pockets. Our pockets.
What do we need to do to make this happen?
You can hear from outside.
The tipper tapper of tiny feet.
No, we're just vibrating.
Oh, man.
Free.
we come in, of course.
Yes.
We heard someone needs
yes, the
assistance.
Yes, assistance with some work. Important work.
Yes, the Folsons.
Yes, those people. Ish.
You know that the Folsons, they've also one of the few people who have spent a couple of nights in jail. There is a jail, rarely used.
Huh.
Yeah.
What was their accusations?
Well, one of them was found unconscious.
What a crime!
Unconscious with their pants down in front of Stella Gal's window.
Okay.
They have this thing that they do. Stella Gal is the daughter of the Lord. They have this thing that they do that they constantly challenge each other to
Stupid things.
stupid things, exactly, which often results in
They're students.
How
they
did
would.
you challenge someone to pass out pantsless?
So,
Well, they were drunk, and it was like Moon, the Lord's daughter, and at some point they fell unconscious while doing it.
So, I
Wait,
think
they're-
I know how they got into mining.
Forcibly.
No, if they were actually living in a city, they would be the students that are part of the student union, have spent 10 years at the university, and gotten a total of 1 credit. And that was the introductory course.
But so many badges.
So many badges. Tradition in Sweden is you have an overall covered with badges if you're a student.
The more stupid shit you do, the more badges you get.
Yeah, it's kind of like,
You get a 3-year education and you stick with it for 7.
yeah. So these people would be those people. The
Well.
Folson siblings. The Folson twins, even.
Have they paid their taxes, brother?
They
No.
don't know.
No.
I could probably try to get some from them. For the
Presumably.
Lord, of course.
Presumably.
Yes, for the Lord.
Well, it was about an hour.
Yep. It's about an hour to get there.
Thomas, I need your horse.
We should be able to get.
I don't have...
It's too dark.
What?
I need the horse. Saddle it and be ready.
Why?
We're going to do the Lord's work. Why else?
Do what?
Come on, Thomas.
We're going to Stonehammer.
Yes, in the morning.
Unger,
Then
we
why
don't
do you
have
need the
any
horse?
horses.
He has one. That's why I brought him.
You're too small to ride a horse.
Oh, do shut up.
You are too small to ride a horse.
Of course we can ride a
Truth
horse.
has nothing to do with that.
There's no problem getting up.
You're about the height of the horse's knee.
That's why
So?
we help each other.
I
Bastard.
say that
Was that
we'll
an
look
hour?
into it immediately, and I pick both of those up and walk out.
No.
Yeah, you essentially just put him on like under your arms, or
I feel comfortable and secure.
I can basically
Yes.
hold one in
feels
each
like-
hand. So
It feels like we're in a safe. So-
Brother, do you have your
You can
crossbow?
sit one
Yes.
each on
No.
each
Let's
shoulder.
be his shoulder-mounted thingies.
We need shoulder pockets for you, so we can sit on each shoulder and have crossbows.
that could actually work.
Will be of use.
Yes, better use them on the floor.
Bringing new meaning to the term walking tank.
Maybe
Okay,
you get
are-
an extra AC for
Are all
two
of
gnomes
you
being.
bringing your equipment?
Only the essentials, weapons, and
Weapons and dried meats.
yes,
food rations.
red meat, fresh.
Oh yeah, wait.
bone.
If we're going out in the woods, you say.
Yes.
It's getting dark, you say. I'm getting my scale mail on. It's black, painted after you. It actually is. I saw him, and I'm getting a scale mail.
You saw him. Holy crap!
It's painted. It's not lacquered. So if you scrape with
No,
your nail,
no, it's lacquered, of course.
Oh, okay,
I mean,
okay.
but it was a different color before. I had it changed.
Of course.
I have one scale of him taken in his sleep or something. He lost it somewhere. I picked it up and I keep it on me.
He had a rash or something, so you picked up a scale.
You didn't?
Oh yeah, you have one of
Why?
his scales. That's right.
Yes.
I forgot. So the two,
No, wait,
the
before
yeah.
just before we leave, I'm going to ask Ivanova if she could try and get the blood off my other dress.
Oh yes, of course, my lady. I think I have one of my mother's dresses. If you want to borrow something,
Well, I have a spare set. I've
Oh,
already
I see.
changed. Thank you.
I'll get it out. I'm used to getting blood out. Nothing dangerous. It's just every now and then there's a brawl and someone needs to clean the dresses. I mean the shirts. Well, shirts and dresses, I suppose.
Thank you.
Of course. She takes a dress and she curtsies and she walks to the bathroom / laundry room.
Wherever she
Yes,
washes
yes.
clothes.
So you gather up your things, the most crucial of items, your weapons and armor.
Yes.
Taking the cart would take longer than walking. So you,
No.
well, he's carrying you. He can carry like 200 pounds without noticing.
Right. All right. Thomas, stay here. Be lazy.
Oh, I didn't know that was an option.
Well, it is now.
Thank you.
Sarcastic bitch.
What? This
Did I say that out loud,
This is
Thomas?
a 15,
Did I say that out loud?
16-year-old boy, by the way, that's been
Oh, yes.
hijacked.
And
for
what?
adventures.
Yeah, I say to him, you see that little girl, that Ivanova?
Yes.
Off limits, Thomas.
What?
You heard me.
He just shakes his head and sits down to write of yesterday's brave warriors fighting off the kobolds.
Well, yes.
Great. Great.
Who's
I'm
Travis
guessing
Willingham?
The inn has some kind of stable or something.
You need to move the microphone closer. Apparently, you're not very loud. Who's Travis Willingham?
Hello.
What did you say?
With long hair, or
have
maybe
it to the
that's
side.
you, Travis
What?
Willingham.
Travis, what?
What?
Someone needs to move closer to the mic, anyway.
Who?
I
No.
don't know who Travis Willingham is.
I
The
think
one with
it's-
a beard, or the one with long hair.
Oh, wait.
Let's figure this out easily. Travis Willing.
Not me. I think it.
What now?
I guess it's you.
Okay.
It's kind of a middle ground. Like if you two had a kid,
What?
that would be Travis Willingham. Oh, the warrior. Yeah, you need to be closer to the mic.
Yeah. Just put it to the.
Limit.
Get it up, face level.
Yeah.
Push it to the side. Get the thingy towards you.
Oh, Grog. Yeah, of course, Grog
Yeah.
from Critical Role. Now I see the resemblance. All right, so you set out the well-trodden path to the Folsom twins' house. You've walked it before, and it was a wasted venture because they were not home, and
They answered the door. We're not home.
essentially.
I can really see that.
That's the
Actually.
level of intelligence.
Oh god.
No, you can't. Board up the window. You head over there. The path up is actually rather pleasant.
Yeah, we don't need to walk it.
You're rather quickly surrounded by trees and forests. And let's see if we can... Forests. I'm just going to change the picture.
Picture.
Oh, forest.
Hectare.
There's a fairly decent mixture of pine trees and leaf trees. And you see an odd hare, that's the word, yeah. Or a deer running around, so...
Deer.
Yeah, some deer, yes.
Oh dear.
Do we need food?
Well,
We have the inn over there
with free food?
with the free food.
Yes, fair enough. Fair enough.
I know that your role player instinct kicks in right away.
Something to shoot.
Yes, of course.
I think it's
role
three
player
kobolds
instincts or
hiding in a
just-
skin, okay?
I do not
Violence.
think you should
Yeah.
shoot this deer. It's not
Yeah.
blessed by the sun. It's going down.
Well, it's running in the darkness out of fear.
The brothers are arguing, as always. Meanwhile, the deer is long gone from the sound of the brothers.
Damn it all!
I am very glad that I don't have each of those close to each of my ears.
Who's the bad?
They're
Who's the
basically
good?
arguing over my head.
Who's the good brother? Who's the bad brother?
Who's the devil and who's the angel on his shoulder?
Who?
I
I
think
think they're both devils.
Yeah, I think
We're
Getherin
going there.
has learned to filter out the two of them.
Yes.
It takes a little while for you to see the cottage, and by
on,
the
Geoffrey.
time you approach it, it's twilight, early twilight. So there's this red shimmer on the skyline. The path is super easy back. So besides, you all have dark vision except Getherin.
Except Geoffrey.
So you will make it back fine. You don't even need torches, except for Getherin. There's one thing he's not good at.
So stupid. He's blind. It's his only weakness.
How is that stupid?
No, seriously, it's his only weakness.
He is a god amongst Dragonborn.
A blind one,
Yeah. A god amongst men, because, again, you're the runt of the litter.
apparently.
Yeah. They're all at least a head higher than you are. in
This is canon.
He is essentially the runt of the litter. He was expelled from the Dragonborn country and served as a gladiator for a while. It's all in the...
Well, I was driven into fucking slavery.
Oh, that's yeah. He was basically enslaved.
He failed
It's
at
all in
school.
the Session 0 character creation episode. You can find it in the archives. But you make it to the cottage, and there are no lights inside. So there's no candle lit or anything like that. These are humans, by the way, so they would need light.
I look in through the window. After I gotten down from Geoffrey.
There is
Can you reach
food
the
set
window
out.
if you get down?
There's food set out on the table. From what you can see, it's a little bit hard because it's kind of murky in there. And the window is not like you have the sun on the back of the house. So
I pick a good window when the sun is shining in.
you walk around the house.
Yes.
Unfortunately, you are so short that there aren't any windows on the other. Let me paint up the picture of the house. It's kind of tall. It has 2 stories.
Our Bane! We can't come in!
I didn't even think about.
We can't even reach the door handles!
It's kind of a perfectly square house to begin with. It's kind of tall, 2 stories, and it's built on a hill. So the entrance is kind of at the top of the hill, and then the house kind of goes out over the hill. So in the back, it's actually you're further down than the top. So there's a basement as well. There's a cellar beneath.
Alright, so
With no windows.
so I take a stroll around it apparently. I can't seem to find any place to look into a window.
There is a cellar door, but
Well, can I reach the handle at any place?
yes, you can.
Fine.
I
Is it-
know-
You stand on your tiptoes.
Are there any lights in the
There are no
building?
lights. There's no window. Are you opening?
No.
Oh.
And there's no smoke coming out of the chimney.
No.
I report this back to Lord Geoffrey when we arrive.
When I was here last, they promised they would make this gnome scene proof. And they did not
Once again,
disappoint.
they have Oh, they promised. Yeah, you can see into the kitchen essentially, the dining area, but there's no there, and it's very
The windows are probably like 1.5 meters up.
Yeah, probably.
So it's
Just to spot it.
You jump
Damn
and you
you.
can barely see into it. Let me see here. Where was I?
Chocolate.
There's no sound coming from the house at all, but, and this is interesting, there is the corpse
What?
of a horse. You find it when you go around. You find a dead horse
Where? On what
tied
side?
up to a post, and it seems to have been trying to get loose before it died. It's been dead for quite a while.
There's a dead horse here.
Are there any
What?
visible injuries, or does it seem to have starved?
Roll inspection to see if you
Yeah.
can figure that out.
not.
Investigation.
Investigation, sorry.
All right. 10.
How does the skill?
9.
So essentially, you roll a d20 and you add the plus on investigation. And if you don't have a plus on the investigation,
You don't get any plus.
you don't get any pluses.
Wait, excuse me, what?
Nope.
Do we all do it?
Everyone
What?
who's there and investigating can do it.
Yeah. Okay.
No, we don't.
A
Det är
D20.
den Alder har
Yes.
kickarna på.
Well, my luck from last time
So
seems
you
to have
just
set in, so I'm getting a 5.
A 5, I see.
No, well.
Så, ja.
And I have +3 in investigation.
So that means you get 8.
Yes.
Why couldn't it be intimidation
What? You're
Well-
scary?
or
If you
the
have chosen
persuasion?
investigation as a skill, what you get then?
If you've chosen it, that means you get your proficiency bonus to it, I believe. Wait, you do get your stat as well, don't you?
You get your stat.
Yes, you
as well.
always get a stat to your skill roll. Sorry.
You always get your stat to your skill roll, but if you are proficient, you also get your proficiency bonus.
Yes, which should be 2 at this level.
Yeah, it's 2 for everyone.
Yeah.
15.
15. And you were trying to figure out if it starved or if it was killed.
Yes.
And
It's dead at least, I know that.
Yeah.
I kicked it a bit.
It's dead?
It's dead.
you kicked it, it's definitely
Yeah, with my
dead.
foot. Pop, pop.
Yeah,
Dead.
and essentially you kicked it and a part of the rib cage collapses and the blood of flies comes out.
Oh God!
I do really fast walk away. God.
The
God
Astra,
damn it!
Astra, you have some medical training and you've seen the occasional dead horse or two.
Yeah.
And who else rolled high?
No.
No. You can tell that it has starved to death.
Poor creature.
Yes.
It seems to have starved to death.
Yes, and quite some time ago. I go up to the door of the house and, well, knock on it a bit. Hello?
You hear the sound because a part of the window is broken. So you hear the sound of your knock inside, but nothing.
You're stealthier than the last time I was here.
Getherin. Oh wait, do you think they've made this up? They set the scene for us to believe they're dead.
If anyone would have done it, it would have been the Folsom twins.
It is a possibility.
Okay, I'm going to try and reach over him and open the door.
Oh, how hard is that?
Hey! Rude.
That's
Yes.
it's not hard.
No.
The door is unlocked, and it creaks open.
I step away so I'm not in front of the door.
It smells terribly inside.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this. Do I see anything?
And you come into how it looks like. It's again, the house is perfectly square.
Yeah.
So right in front of you, there's a staircase going up and going down. And it's just straight like that. So, and to the left of you, there's the kitchen area, the dining area with a stove and a fireplace and a table. And on the table is the food that was laid out, completely rotten. There's mold covering what little remains of the food. And it looks like it hasn't been touched for days. Well, obviously it hasn't been touched for days. But everything is set out for a meal, so it must have been left really quickly.
Well, I take up a piece of cloth, put it over my mouth, tie it off behind, and let everyone else do something. I'm staying outside for the moment.
This is disgusting.
It is. They've reached
I
a
would
new
ima-
low.
Yes. This is a very, very foul tactic to get the taxman away.
Pretending
They
to
should
be
have
dead.
to be punished with more taxes.
Yes.
The filth tax.
You just
Loitering.
invented that.
Wait.
Your horse is
mold
loitering.
Tax.
Mold tax.
Yes.
Mold tax.
I'm gonna write this down.
Endangering of a public servant.
Well, their horse is loitering, so
Health insurance.
In sewer ants.
Yes.
I'll call out, hello? Anyone here?
Nothing.
Alright, we should have a look around. This looks really weird.
why should we have a look around?
I ask Unger if he's going to stay outside.
Yeah.
Well,
It's-
where are you going?
Are you?
I need to go in and investigate.
Well, of course I was
yeah.
gonna go in
Yes,
and investigate.
of course.
Lead on then, lead
Yeah, yeah.
on.
what I'm thinking more is maybe we should have a lookout in case there's foul play about.
I'll
In that case, look out it is then.
If you want to see if you can spot anything more, you can roll another investigation check if you want. For
Sure,
this
why not?
floor, if you want to search. The room isn't very
Well-
big, but see if you want to spot
well,
something
you're
else.
staying outside, right?
I'm telling you this now. In the future, I'm expecting you to. Oh, I'm gonna investigate.
Well,
All right.
I do walk in, and of course I was always going to investigate.
Since he is.
No, before that even, of course.
Of course, of course.
I'm so interested in what he's doing that I'm not really looking anywhere else. It seems.
You're investigating him.
Well, I'm looking at stuff, poking in things. Look, food is awful. Yes,
It is known.
It is known.
it is known.
It is
Yeah,
known.
It is
It
known.
is known.
What?
What?
It is known.
What
Okay,
do
so
you see?
did you? Who's going in?
Well,
I'm going in. I'm
yes,
going
in.
upstairs.
That's just going upstairs. We'll deal with that in a little bit.
Continue on. I'll be here.
You're out there,
Yeah.
safe and sound,
Squeal if there's
all
a
by your
problem.
own.
All by my own. All by
I was going to sing that, but I forced myself not to, and there you go. And Getherin and Unger are searching the floor.
Yes.
Right, you are.
Before that, I look around to see if there's some kind of vantage point for Alder.
For
Put me on the roof?
Maybe.
I mean, you can try tossing
A
him up
tree?
there.
No, 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 no.
No, 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 no.
Because it feels
No,
like
it went over the house.
He throws you over the building.
if these people were surprised because they didn't have time to fix anything before they left or were forcibly taken away from here, maybe there is a risk of someone or something still being around.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'll find a high spot, or you help me find a high spot,
Yes, I
and I'll borrow your crossbow.
Yeah. Here's a bit of rope. Do you need it?
Probably.
tie yourself to a tree.
Not by the.
Okay, first of all, tying a knot. Throw the rope up there. Get me up
You
there.
throw the rope up there. I'm not even gonna make you roll for that.
No, he bends the tree down.
It's an oak. It's like,
Yeah.
he has 20 strength.
No,
Jesus.
My God.
And now, get me up there.
You essentially make a makeshift swing.
what?
No,
you
no.
take the note.
Just
like, boom, boom.
just a pulley.
You-
Just pull me up there.
and then you tie the rope to the stem of the tree.
No,
or just a really big branch up.
I
So-
find a good tree and I lift him up to the, first branch.
Okay.
Yeah, that works too. I was imagining that you were sitting in.
No. I tie a knot. Oh fuck it.
Whatever. So okay, you're.
You can't run away.
Are you looking at the house or are you looking at the road?
I am observing the area, from the
Okay.
entrance.
From your vantage point.
From
I
the
see, I
vantage
see.
point I have.
All right. So Alder and Getherin, you're gonna go in and investigate. But before you do that,
Shield.
because you're doing this right now, I'm gonna have Astra who goes upstairs. Astra, you head up to the upper floor, the second floor and the last floor of the house, which is the sleeping quarters. And the sleeping quarters are divided fairly evenly with a rather long. You come up and essentially there is a big piece of cloth dividing the room, presumably so they can have some privacy. And the room right in front of you, or rather, when you come up, there's the first room to the left of you. It's a little bit hard to describe, but how would I have a whiteboard here. I could paint it up, but you see in your head how this looks, right?
Yeah.
It's square, and on the right side of the house is a staircase. So when you come up, the left part of the house is open, and the left part is divided, so you don't see the room at the back, but you see the room closest to where you come up.
Okay. Yeah.
And there's a bed, which is unkept, and
It's his.
there's a funky smell right now. And there's a bedstand, and you see a pile of things essentially on the bedstand. And the smell it's not blood, or it could be blood, but there's a lot more in that smell. And when you come up to the bed and you look at it, you see that it is stained dark. But that's not blood.
Nice.
You can understand what it is. However, as you come up to that, you notice on the bedstand a hand.
Like a chopped off hand.
Like a hand that has been removed from an arm, yes. Stuck like a fist with a knife shoved through it. And not cut off, but bitten off.
What are these siblings doing?
Interesting.
What kind
Getherin! Come
No.
up here!
Now we're gonna cut to downstairs. You have just finished tying up and when you hear Astra calling, Getherin, get up here, from upstairs. What do you guys do?
Not quite as cheery.
Getherin, get up here.
I got a special
something
surprise
to
in the bedroom.
Nope.
Well, I'm assuming you're safe and secured in the tree at the moment.
Yes, go in there. Please.
Yes.
Well, if he goes, I go.
I hurry on.
I'm not gonna leave
up
our
the
friend
You hurry
behind.
up the stairs.
Bye, brother.
Do you follow him up the stairs?
Of course.
Okay.
I will keep this back.
You head up the stairs, and you see Astra standing by the bed.
Well, take a look.
Oh, actually, you see Astra standing by the bed. You barely see anything.
Cool. I could use some light in here.
Oh, of course.
The smell is bad.
Do I see
I crack a window.
small candle or a
There's no window here.
torch or
There's a window in the other bedroom.
Game master.
Yeah, I
Yes.
go.
You light a torch.
Do I if
There's a candle stand.
or something?
There's a candle stand right by the hand.
Okay. So I just snap my fingers and say light.
Witchcraft.
In infernal, I say light.
Oh, that's even better.
Oh, God.
Worse.
She mutters something guttural and incomprehensible.
I hear a soul squeal in pain and burn up.
Got a throat burn.
Well, I'm here on my own. I can practice my singing.
I go into the next room and crack a window.
You see Okay, let's take things in order.
Check.
You see the hand, of course, and the soiled bed. And as you see this, you go to the other bedroom, and you go up and you open the window. What's your passive awareness?
15.
15. As you move past the bed, you notice that there's a body lying in the bed.
I walk backwards. Oh, Getherin!
Someone's calling for you again.
Yes.
You should see this.
From a bedroom.
And
Well, I
Yeah.
moved to that side of the room. It's basically just a room
It's-
divided by cloth.
Exactly. So you could tear it down, or you can go out into this tiny little area next to the staircase and go into it again. It's like a hospital partition, essentially.
I rip it down.
You rip it down. So
Feels like the
all of a sudden,
bedroom.
the cloth is ripped down.
yes.
Dust just into the air.
Disgusting.
Yeah. Right. So you see a body.
Okay.
You can barely make out the body though, because there's like one candle lit behind you. So. But there is a window, so there's a faint bit of light coming in.
Well,
You can also carry the candle
Yeah.
with you.
The two of you see that it is the body of a woman,
What?
fairly far along in decomposition. She is missing a hand.
Does that also look to be chewed off?
Yes.
Is that the same hand that she found?
No, it's a different hand. Yes, it's the same hand. Yeah.
I would.
Well, you
We're
never
dealing with
know.
a hand-eating monster.
And as
So-
you look at this,
We only have one entire part of a female, her hand in the other bedroom.
yes, you hear someone stepping in the stairs,
Oh, the scepter is gripped so hard.
Excuse me.
and then you hear again. I can't make the squealing noise of old wood being stepped on, but you creak. Someone is slowly making their way up the stairs.
I place myself.
Alder, is that you?
You ain't seen nothing. You're sitting there in the tree. Yep. No response.
The
Thinking about
passive
money.
perception.
Did you
of
open the
one.
window, or I guess you
no.
didn't?
1, 2, 3. Why do you hide
Hi,
that
Nightside.
everything?
Good evening.
No.
Okay, you wouldn't mind if I, step behind you now?
No.
No. I place
I quickly
myself.
scurry behind the dragonborn.
I place myself in an advantageous position close to the stairs, so I have an overview of whatever's coming up, and I tell the other two to get behind me.
I do.
So, very good. Let's see here. I'm just gonna pick the proper music for this.
There's too many muffins.
Eat them all.
Working on it.
So, you're standing with your candle. Are you still holding the candle?
You never grabbed the candle.
Oh, you don't have
No,
the candle.
I didn't.
So you see almost nothing because the candle is behind you.
Is it?
Wasn't the candle in the first room?
Yes, and well, the candle is to your right, so you get some light from there, and you get some light from the door. So you see a silhouette, basically, slowly moving up the stair.
Does it look human?
It looks human.
Does it look armed?
No. Where are you two? Where are you two standing?
Well,
Are you standing in by the chopped hand or by the body?
Hiding behind him.
Okay, so
I went to him to stand behind him.
okay, it's very cramped behind you
Yes.
because essentially it goes up and then a sharp turn. So you're squeezed, sort of squeezed in.
Wouldn't wish to get
Yeah.
in the way of the great
Yeah.
warrior here.
I ask these two if they can make out.
What?
Whoever it is, or
Oh.
whatever. It
Oh,
Okay, can we see
I looked
anything?
from between his legs, I think.
We shall. I was thinking first that you're the only one who's had any dealing with the Folsom twins, but I would presume that the good Lord's follower has tried to convert them to his cause. The
Yeah.
woman, it hits you. It took a while because of the rather severe rot to her face. Is Mavis,
Yeah.
the sister, and the person approaching you up the stairs, who's very close right now, is her brother, who was named Rod.
Let's hide.
He is dead,
It's a
or at least
He's a
very, very
zombie.
hurt.
It's I'm guessing a
He,
zombini.
His lower jaw is hanging agape.
He's drunk.
Clearly, yes. One would presume then that he is one of the Walking Dead. And for the record, you've never seen any of these before.
He's obviously drunk.
Yes.
I
He's
squeeze
about
from between
5
his
steps
legs.
away from being able to grab onto you.
Okay. I
Do
have
something!
my weapon at the ready. And do I have time to actually call out to see if I get a reaction?
You always, yeah, you have time to call out. Yeah.
Yes. I don't recognize him, right?
No. Well, maybe you've dealt. You now you see that is him.
Okay.
He's very badly hurt.
Yeah.
You remember him from the time you found him pantsless.
Yes. You were probably the one who
My
had to
God.
hoist him down.
Oh, right. Rod? Are you hearing me?
Slowly moving towards you.
Okay.
One arm stretched out, the other is hanging limply by the side.
Okay. He's getting whacked.
He's getting whacked.
Yes.
He's getting whacked.
Whackaroo!
Well then, let's roll initiative. You're
Is that
sitting
a
in a tree.
20
Yeah, I'm
or-
sitting
That's a
in a
D20.
20.
Oh, damn.
Well, that makes sense. I rolled a 1. What?
12.
12. Alright, let's
May I?
Yes. Oh, you're going at him too.
Well, if you're moving, I need to move or
Yes.
I'll get stepped on. So 17.
17.
And I will. Oh, yes.
8.
8. So, the order of action. Unfortunately, Alder, you're sitting in a tree singing by yourself.
Being perfectly safe.
I'm
For now.
lonely. So lonely.
So, what happens is it's Unger's turn to act.
I will actually wait until Getherin is acted.
You wait, okay. So, Getherin, it's your turn to act.
Yes.
He doesn't seem to be slowing down.
Sword.
And you can tell that he's dead. The knife shoved in his chest
Oh,
is
Give it away.
give it away.
I'm
good
lopping
costume.
his-
Good costume.
A
What?
dead
I'm
giveaway.
lopping that head off.
All right, you're chopping away. What's your weapon?
I'm going with the longsword.
The longsword.
+7, 1d8, +5 slashing.
Damn.
Damn. Yeah. So roll a d20. I remember last time I wasn't super clear about how things work, but I think you kind of figured out the system, right?
What?
The d20. What happened? Every creature has an armor class, right? And saves. When you're attacking, you roll against the armor class. If you roll over the armor class, you hit. So if you have armor class 18, I need to roll with my bonuses 18 plus to hit you. If you roll a 20, that means natural 20. That's a crit. So you, instead of 1 damage die, you roll 2 and add the modifier to it.
Alright.
If you roll a critical 1, even if that technically would go over the AC, you still fail. And some spells and abilities will have you use your saving throw, instead of your armor class. But attacking with a sword, that's just swing against his armor class. So go ahead.
14.
14.
Do I add...
You add your strength to that, I believe.
And proficiency.
And
so it's
proficiency bonus.
+7 for him.
21. You're swiping away at Zombie Rod, who has an armor class of not 21. So you hit. Roll damage, my friend.
Alright.
Your damage.
D8.
No, you roll your.
This one.
It
D-
says a D10. A D10
No,
plus.
D8.
Oh, you have a
One-handed.
D8?
Yeah.
Okay, so you rolled that one.
And
It should be on your paper. D8 plus something.
Yeah.
That's the damage you
D8.
cause.
All right.
Plus strength bonus too.
strength
8.
bonus and his
8. You rolled an 8.
Plus
Yes.
Plus
plus
5.
No,
plus
plus 7.
plus
total.
7.
Oh fuck! I forgot he's got that.
Okay.
15.
15 damage.
That's the insta
So-
kill for most of us. Yep.
15 damage. You, so this is the scene. I would presume that the priests may have occasionally studied some religious texts. So you're coming to the conclusion, and you've studied some arcane texts, that this is not a living person. Still, it is very gory and gruesome as Getherin raises his sword and chops at the man's neck, sinks the blade deep into the throat. There's some blood, but the head doesn't fall off. Instead, it just it kind of
Oh, that's deeply
and
disturbing.
it keeps going towards you. He's not dead, despite having this much left of his neck. The corpse continues towards you. Whose turn is it?
Kicking in the balls.
Well, from between his legs, I poke out and
Oh wait,
smash the knee.
you poke out and smash the knee.
I
Roll
try.
away.
I try, at least. Natural 20.
That's a hit.
So, double the dice.
Double the dice.
1, 2,
Wait, was
6
that
damage.
6 damage?
Yes.
You rolled 15 damage, right?
I crit and I don't. Ah.
You swing with your
Scepter.
scepter.
Mace.
How does it look?
Well, I'll tell you later.
There is a loud crunching sound, crunching, not crunching, as the elbow,
Knee joint.
as the kneecap is shattered by your hefty club, and the creature just stumbles. But still, he continues on.
So I move back.
You move back.
Getherin is
You
between
can't
me.
move back. Oh, yeah.
Well, I take one step on and a few steps
Yeah.
back.
Okay. So do you go further into the room because there's this much space behind him and the wall.
That's like
that's
an entire room.
That is
For
where
a
I
gnome.
am standing right now.
All right. So you guys are essentially fighting over this tiny, tiny space behind Getherin
Think about the map. They're on the same tile.
that you can't.
It's like
Basically.
It's like trying to find an apartment. It's a small space, but
Yeah.
we try.
Yeah, you try. Astra, your turn.
Okay, how close are they to it?
Essentially, it will be able to attack Getherin in the next turn. But the thing can't attack either of you because Getherin is basically blocking the stairs for the creature. Unless he would have some weird magical attack.
Defray.
Would it be safe for me to assume that if I threw a firebolt at it, I wouldn't hit them?
Let's not be hasty.
I just want to remind you
No.
of what happened in the forest when you last used a
is
fireball.
probably a
You're
wooden
perfectly, but I'm also saying you're on the second floor and he's in the staircase.
And fire goes up.
I thought it was maybe a good idea. It isn't stopping.
You can absolutely throw a fireball. You know, that's kind of mean. I don't think that's a rule that things get put on fire when you use a fireball.
Well,
What does the rule say? Does it turn things on fire? Put things on fire?
on a hit, the target takes damage. A flammable object hit by this spell ignites if it isn't being worn or carried.
So yes, the staircase will light on fire if you use a
Possibly
fireball.
the zombie.
Possibly a zombie. It
As
might catch
well
on
as
fire.
the stairs. If the stairs starts to burn, the zombie starts to burn.
Yes.
Possibly.
So you're saying this is not a stone house?
No.
You
It's
just
not a
put
stone.
a
Okay.
stone.
I should have been more clear about that. Do you have any other attack spells?
Use fire. Why not?
Purge it.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yes.
Purge it with the whole
I mean, it's an
fire.
old, dry house in summer
Built of tinder.
in the forest.
Kavoof. Filled with
Nothing
dust.
that doesn't involve getting things on fire. So I'm just going to leave this to them.
Whack it with your staff.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I'm in the corridor,
Yeah.
and there's just a window behind me.
You know what?
Any space to move on?
There is.
We should be able
I
to
have-
move to one side, right?
I have a small whiteboard. Would you guys be okay if I took it? Just to make it very clear how things look. I'll go get it.
It's lying over there.
Is it?
Yeah.
No, not the big thing.
No, small thing.
I'll be right back.
Don't step on the plate.
Okay, bye. I'm gonna steal one of his Kinder candies.
You're gonna what?
He has like Kinder candies out behind there.
Ooh.
Take it all.
Kinder milk chocolate bars.
Why don't we have that?
I don't know. We have a bunch of muffins. Oh fuck, he's back. Hey,
Very
Chris.
anticlimactic, but here we are. Oh, I'm so full of food
And candy.
and candy. Okay. Let me paint you a picture.
Look, Elvis.
How? With one color?
1 minute speed painting. Check it out.
It's a square.
Let's see here. And
Or a giant jawline.
corpse.
Couldn't I have done more damage?
Okay, so I'm drawing up.
But shouldn't if I use firebolt and I hit the zombie, only he should catch on flame.
Let's say that they'll be fine. So we can do that. This is how the upper floor looks. This is the staircase I drew here.
Dungeon screen.
I don't think anyone watching can see this.
It depends on if they have it on full
So
screen.
this is the staircase.
Check.
Here's the zombie. I mean,
Coming up.
yes. Here's
bones.
Getherin. Here is
Yeah.
Unger. Here is Astra. Here's the bed with the hand, and here is the corpse lying in the bed.
Check.
Where is the window?
Here is the window.
Check.
You didn't draw the window.
Shut up. I was. Now you know how the general design of the house looks.
Okay, run.
Yeah, okay,
through
so
it.
I'm going to.
Use the fireball.
What now?
You can use the fireball.
You
It
can-
won't burn the house. It's mean of me to say that it does, because
Well,
Yeah.
at least it shouldn't cast
yes,
instantaneously on fire.
if you critically fail,
It will.
it will burn. But you have trained for a long time to use your magic, so there shouldn't be a problem.
So I clap my hands together and use
Tingling goes down my spine.
and speak infernal firebolt,
What do you say in Infernal?
ball of fire.
Ball of fire. It sounds horrifying.
I got
Well-
chills down my spine.
You have heard it before, just the other night.
It's true. None of you speak Infernal, right?
No,
No.
No.
I'm a good guy.
Of course they don't.
That's an evil language.
13?
13 versus what?
AC.
Is it AC? Armor class?
Or is it?
That
it should
is-
say in the spell.
That's a spell attack. So
Then it should be AC, I presume. Sleep and stuff like that would be
yeah,
against.
then it's a save.
yeah.
So
Yeah, it doesn't really. say
I would presume AC then. So 13. That's a hit.
Thank you.
So you're welcome to roll damage.
What is the damage on a?
D10.
Okay.
5
5.
fire damage.
5 fire damage.
To be specific.
So what happens is Astra conjures up a ball of fire. It is not as big perhaps as the ones yesterday, but it's bright blue in the middle, so it's more concentrated fire. Yes.
I was just about to ask, what color is the fire, the flames? Is it screaming of pain and souls just...
You can see the face of a suffering child in the fire. Or perhaps that's just your imagination.
I will go with what I see.
Okay, so the balls the other night were just regular orangey, reddish.
Regular flying fireballs.
Yes.
Yes.
You see them every day. They fly by your window.
So this one is different.
This one has a blue core.
Yeah. It's smaller, but the fire and heat from it
And
is
it's more
intenser.
white
intense,
than
yeah.
orange.
And essentially, you lob it from behind Getherin straight into the chest of the zombie, or of Rod, because frankly, let's not objectify him. He was a living person.
He's dead.
Rod, like stumbles backwards and catches fire, and it just collapses backwards. And with his broken kneecap and his half chopped off head, he collapses backwards and just slides down the stairwell. Comes to an end at the bottom where he smolders. Flesh doesn't burn that well, so there's some fire going on, but there's not a huge. I mean, he's not a mummy. And
I start screaming.
you start screaming.
That's horrible.
I want everyone to roll awareness, please.
Everyone?
Except for you.
Is that 20?
That's a D20, and you add your awareness.
Yes, because I wanted to be the
What's
cool
our
kid sitting out in
awareness?
the tree.
Wait,
Perception.
perception. Sorry, perception. Also, the fire is the color of your soul, a dark, empty black.
So
That's up for interpretation. That's not mine.
You're
11?
colorblind.
Only in
19.
the dark.
19.
Oh. Oh, fuck. The sister's waking up.
16.
16. So, because you're the one screaming, it's much harder for you to notice, so you don't.
Oh.
But Astra, you notice movement in the corner of your eye.
Oh no!
Someone is getting up from the bed.
Watch out!
And something moves, shuffles towards you, and it is, of course, Mavis, slowly moving. And there's a slow drip of gore and blood from her chopped off hand as she reaches out towards you. There's just a weak hissing noise as her lungs presses out air
Alder.
for her not chopped lips. Meanwhile, you heard your brother scream from inside,
Continuously.
and you also heard a woof and something fall down the staircase.
you saw light from the door.
You should see it from the door.
Ah, they found the bugs. No, but after this, I'm starting to get a little bit concerned of what's happening there. It's my brother's screaming. I have to go help him, even though I don't really need to because
He's a big boy. He can take care of himself.
like the
But you're
god
too
of
high
war
up.
is
Can't
right
get
here
down.
next to him. But
That's
I will
right.
try to climb down and try to get in.
Yeah, you start climbing down and head inside. So that's going to take a round, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But the zombie that was once Mavis had to get up from the bed and shuffle towards you. And as we all know, zombies are fairly slow. So before she does that, Getherin, you also notice something slowly moving towards you.
Oh no.
What do you do? You see her though.
We're noticing the same thing.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you sure? It's very dark. No.
No, it's
It's
not
quite
dark
bright.
The
anymore.
candle should be by.
Because you
The
noticed,
burning corpse
because you
you'd light up.
noticed, you warned the others. So if she hadn't, you would not have been aware of
It
this.
could also be very bright by a burning corpse.
No, the corpse is at the bottom of the stairs. But because Astra noticed, you've realized that you are no longer alone.
Chop,
Yeah.
chop.
So how do you do? What do you do? How do you chop?
Well, how far away is she?
She's about 2 or 3 meters. You can move and attack. Remember that.
You can stretch out your blade and cut it.
Essentially, your move is how many feet per round you can move and attack, if I believe.
You can move, you can attack, and sometimes you even have a reaction.
Yes. So what's your movement? It should say on your sheet.
He has 30.
I believe it's 30, yes.
Yes.
So that means you can move 30 feet, which would be 10 meters per round, and still attack.
All right.
Damn you! No
Short
legs.
Yeah, you can only move 20, right?
25.
Oh, 25, that's not too bad.
It would be funny if it was 20.
We work out.
It would be very slow. So, Getherin.
We're
Yes.
nothing. We have no substance.
I'm considering the acid, but I don't think it does as much damage as the sword would do.
It's
Let him do stuff.
Do it just because it's fun.
I mean, zombies. No one's gonna harass you if you kill them. So I mean,
There's no double jeopardy in this.
no, exactly. Cut loose. Fucking go Conan on her ass.
Eat them.
There are no repercussions. Zombies are the perfect. Like no one's gonna care if you kill a zombie.
Says you at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have family, right?
Yeah. No, I'm going with 2 hands on this, so two-handed longsword.
Two-handed longsword.
Yes.
You go Conan on her.
Yes.
All right.
That's what I do.
So Getherin rushes in, sword raised,
Speak some strange kind of accent I can't
a
understand.
weird
really.
lilting scream of
Like, "Ah," or something like that. I
a weird
know.
lilting scream of war in his throat.
Is that the dragon
Mock our
tongue?
culture.
I'm sorry. I'm sure it's a roar of defiance.
No, they have an
No,
island
that's the
region
actual
too.
sound.
Okay.
No.
That would be interesting.
Oh, boy.
You run towards the zombie and swing away with your blade. Where do you
Yes.
chop?
Well,
I go for the head again, but
Mm-hmm.
this time...
Oof.
ooh, the Conan strike.
Yes, yes. Roll away.
He has been trained by a master, it seems.
It's got. Oh,
On
it's
the
over
floor
there.
doesn't count.
No, you need to reroll. Oh, hey, another follower. Thank you. Hi.
Where did it go?
I don't know.
Reroll
Hello
it
and
anyway.
welcome.
If it's on the floor, you gotta reroll.
Yep.
Because it doesn't count.
14.
14 plus 7, I would presume.
Yeah.
21. That's a hit. Getherin swings his sword in a downward arc and rolls damage.
Yes.
No?
This time it's a D10,
Is it? Oh yeah, it's a D10.
but he
this
doesn't
time.
get a +2 from his fighting style, so it's only +5
Hi.
damage.
Oh,
This
a
one?
D10. You have to roll a
Or
D10.
that one.
That one. Because you used both hands.
Yes. So D10 plus 5.
5.
Plus 5.
Yes.
So 10. 10 damage. You chop with your blade while or whatever it is you do.
Yeah.
And you essentially split her head down to here. So it just slides to the sides. And she grabs you. And just starts sinking her fingers, trying to sink her fingers into your flesh.
She only has one hand.
Oh, yeah, well, she has more than one finger.
Yes, but you were doing that.
Okay. There you go, make fun of her.
Okay, reflexes trying to.
What's your armor class?
Armor class... 18.
Cheap. Your scales are too hard.
Yeah.
So, while she's doing that, what does Unger do? Unger.
Right, I can't go down the stairs because it's burning down there.
Could still be alive.
I look at that hand, and I get a premonition that shit's gonna crawl out for me, so I go and smash the hand.
The hand is stuck to the table with a knife.
I smash it. Easy enough.
Fair enough.
Smash,
fair
smash,
enough.
smash.
Fair enough. You've seen the flicks.
No, I don't know. Stuff happens. They're not supposed to move. They move. I smash hand.
Everyone's heard the stories.
Smash hand.
Smash the hand. Roll to hit, I guess.
Stationary target. Dead. Still. If I miss this, I'm gonna be so...
Well,
I crit that shit.
you're momentarily
Getherin!
caught unaware by the
Witness!
loud cracking noise from over by the bedstand as Unger just smashes the bedstand into pieces.
Wait,
Witness! That hand will never come and bother us again.
what did you smash it with?
My mace, my scepter.
Mace, okay.
Yeah. Which is a solid lead.
Solid stuff, yeah.
Don't lick it. It's lead.
It's not lead.
It's gold.
That
It's
Hopefully.
basically lead covered with a thin layer of gold.
that would
Oh
be
God,
a
that's so useless.
really, really awful case.
Okay, you crush it. The hand
I am
is no
so
more.
awesomely manly. I'm looking over and see if...
Getherin, did you see?
Yeah, Getherin! Did you... I mean, is it going well for you too, Getherin?
I've got your back, my friend.
Yes, I flex a bit.
Astra.
Would it be unreasonable to move up behind and do a firebolt between them?
What?
Move up close to the both of them and just put my hand in between so I fire just the zombie.
You can be on the side and shoot the side of the zombie. Yes, that's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine.
An Iron Man.
I mean, you could technically shoot your fireball at Getherin too.
I don't want to shoot my fireball at Getherin.
Why not?
You will die. That's
All right, roll away.
He's my
There
friend,
are-
Yes.
okay?
You have an
There are
advantage because the zombie is currently tied up.
we don't
So that means
want
you
our
roll
friends
twice
on fire.
and you pick the highest result.
You never learned that, did you?
Nope.
What do you-
20, do I have to
You
roll
and
again?
cats.
No, you crit. So roll 2 damage dice. Or
Yes.
how many do you roll usually?
1d10.
So now you roll 2d10 and add the modifier.
15.
The
This one
doy.
is tiny blue.
Essentially, you go Super Saiyan on his ass. You charge up this tiny blue little ball, or on her ass, and I guess you just put it to her head, and you see this
Well,
searing.
not the cleaved,
Oh,
already
yeah, no.
cleaved head.
Oh,
Shoot
you put it
through
in
the
and like
opening.
push her head back together.
Essentially, you push it into the side of her body, and you see how the flesh just starts to char and burn away, and you see bone, and the bone turns black as terrible stench fills the room. I mean, it already smelled bad, but the zombie just and just slides the sound as it slides off the blade and collapses to the floor.
Oh.
Effective,
Okay.
but not pleasant.
Nope.
I thought that sound effect was the skin falling off. Like, why?
Skin melting.
Yes.
So, is there a way out of here without catching fire?
You're not
I-
gonna catch fire, don't worry.
I take it.
If need be, I can put out small flames.
Well, yeah. You should burn down the house when we're out. Actually. How did these things die and wake up? What infernal power woke them? What dark source of magic from down below, from the abyss?
You see a smoldering corpse at the bottom of the stairs. It's Rod.
Is he even recognizable?
You'd know his body type. You have a good memory for people who owe you money.
Yes. Clearly. Unger, what happened here?
Wait, I had an idea. Getherin, there's a dead horse out back. It might wake.
Well, it's
They're dead and they
did
woke
kick
up.
it.
I don't understand this shit.
What do you mean they're
They're dead for the second time.
burned to death?
She did. Yes, she does that.
They were already dead.
Well,
She does not bury people.
already dead. You're
What do
talking
you mean
nonsense
I don't
here.
bury people?
You burned them. I am going out of the house right now. I am not staying here.
Have you ever heard of a funeral pyre?
No. Well, of course I do. I mean, I burn people all the time for the sun. I go out before I say...
Wait, what? I thought the whole point of your religion was not sacrificing people.
When they're dead.
not officially.
Oh, when they're dead. Okay.
Yes.
My bad.
These
Mea
were
culpa.
already dead. Did you see?
So why did they move? What did you do?
I
Getherin,
grabbed both corpses by the feet and dragged them out. because we're
I
going to
move out
burn
of the way
these.
of him. Ugh.
Jesus, people just subscribing left and right. Hi.
Hi.
Oh,
Thank you.
muffin.
Nom, nom,
Every
nom,
time we
nom.
get a subscriber, you eat a muffin.
No.
Or two.
Oh, fuck no.
You eat a whole plate of muffins.
Anyhow.
No, but
So you
He
take the
has.
bot. While the three of you are arguing whether or not you raised the dead,
How could you believe I would do such a thing?
So who did?
Well, I don't know. They were
Who
obviously
could?
dead when we got here.
Yes, but then they moved, so how could that happen?
Well, I don't know. You entered the house the same time as me.
what the hell are you talking about?
Hell is what we're talking about. No. We went in, right? We
Yeah.
found the sister, I think. with her hand chopped off, sleeping upstairs. No, she was very dead, very moldering and stuff like that. And then up the stairs came the brother. Also very dead, stabbed through the heart. And they killed them both
I see.
with fire and blade, as they do.
I see.
And
So,
how could they rise? Are there more? Should we stay in this very flammable house with 2 corpses being, alright, dragged out, yet still smoldering?
It's fine. I can put it out. If I
No,
want
no, no,
to.
no, no. Fire is good. It helps us. In this case, really good.
Yeah,
fire burns
obviously.
evil.
Yes, purge it.
Have I ever read something about raising?
Well, you know about the school of necromancy. It is a forbidden art. It doesn't just revolve around resurrecting the dead, but it does revolve around life and death. And this is not very powerful necromancy to raise the dead, but you have to wonder why these people in the middle of the woods. Because you don't sense any strange etherical currents here that would cause spontaneous zombification, as it were.
I do.
Okay, but
Well, you're a wizard?
Of course, they made a deal with the devil to skip out their taxes.
Of course.
Where did
course.
you learn those traits?
well,
Tax devil.
Thank
I'm
you.
thinking we
Yep.
maybe should search the house a bit more to see if we can find anything else.
Yes.
Because, I mean, Mava was dead, lying in bed when we arrived.
She
and
was.
then she woke.
Mavis was dead.
Yeah.
I mean, she wasn't moving, breathing.
No. She wasn't doing that, but
Yeah.
you didn't really poke her. You saw her.
She could
yeah,
be
it
passively
was a corpse. I don't
zombified.
usually poke corpses.
See? She
He
doesn't
does.
usually poke.
Usually. When do you poke corpses?
When I'm trying to figure out if they are alive or not. She was obviously
Well,
dead.
that makes sense. Yes. But you're also right.
I
we should.
out to them to get out of the house for now,
I get out of the house.
I follow.
Quickly.
and I drag the corpses to the horse, and I ask you to burn them.
By the blessing of the sun, please burn them.
You create a pyre. It takes a little while before the bodies catch fire, but they burn. They don't come back to life again. You've cleared out a small patch, so the forest won't catch on fire. But it feels less threatening when the bodies are burned.
Yeah.
If that can be, maybe it's just your imagination. Maybe some great evil has left the place.
Getherin, Astra said that perhaps we should, check the entire house. So, after you?
Oh,
Yes.
another subscriber. Thank you.
Nice.
Follower.
A follower, not subscriber. Sorry, we're
You're stuck in
YouTubers.
the YouTube.
Yeah, we're stuck in the YouTubes. Thank you very much.
YouTube.
Sorry for interrupting you guys. I'll stop.
Getherin, you should perhaps let's find out if there's anything.
I'm thinking maybe we should go for the cellar door.
I follow your lead. You perhaps have experience in these kind of
yes.
things.
I will
Okay,
join you in this endeavor because if there's something out there, I don't know if I can manage to come in time.
No,
next time.
we should be all of us here. I mean, we.
Yeah, we are a group.
Yes, we
We
should
should
stick
stick
together.
together. Yes.
I'm just
Or
going to
should-
close this door,
Or should we hide in a
Closing
tree?
other
The door to
the entrance door.
to the
Just
house.
closing
Yes.
that so
Yeah.
we can go around and take the basement door.
Okay, you close the front door,
Yeah.
and you go into the basement.
After
Try.
them, yes.
I open up the basement door, tell the others to get behind.
No
tell
problem.
One of the smaller ones to keep a lookout behind us.
What? Just one of them.
We can walk side by side and keep a vigil everywhere.
You open up the door to the cellar. It is cold, moist, and very dark inside. And you can see... do you have any light? Because it's kind of dark outside right now. It's getting dark.
Well, we have the pyre. Is it still burning?
Yes, but it don't light up the inside
I
of the...
could go get the candle. A candle.
Do we have a torch with us?
All of you have... I suppose you would bring a torch. You would bring a torch because
Yeah.
you don't have dark vision. Which the
Why
rest
would
of you
we
do.
bring torches?
Yeah.
Light my torch.
You
Wasteful.
light your torch and you go into the basement, and it fairly clearly this is where Rod was.
You have 10 torches.
You see rather dark patch of wood, of soil, where presumably blood has soaked into the ground.
Are you talking open grave or just?
No, not open grave. However, there is a hole in the ground, not big enough for a body, but next to where the body was lying is a hole. Someone's dug a hole. There's a shovel next to it.
Does it seem like a work interrupted?
You
Was
can
he
roll
burying
investigation.
himself, doing the right thing?
Investigation. 8 plus 3.
I guess there's some stuff he can't do.
I try. Oh fuck! I failed.
Well, this is
Well, I'm looking at Getherin, of course, with awe.
His
I
biggest.
Yes. Look at those muscles
If
investigate.
you only stop living in his shadow, you could achieve things.
No, look, when he's investigating, his muscles are like bunching in thought. Wow, that thing. I
well,
stoke
I
the
can
scales
use.
a bit.
I'll probably use equations and mathematics to discover this. Yes.
So
hell.
you're essentially Sherlock.
Yes, with a natural 20, it works.
You want to roll too? Okay. So, Alder, you walk in and you see just pictures before your mind, like, and they're looking at you like, what is he doing?
He's standing there counting so much gold.
So
gold.
what you can tell is that this was dug out very hastily. There's no pile of soil. Someone's just been digging something up. It's very shallow, and that's essentially it. There's not much else you can figure out about here.
My God, Sherlock.
Great
Is there
20
anything
there.
else in the cellar?
There's some sacks of potatoes, I guess.
Fucking
And there's
necromantic potato.
there's no, not that you can tell. The only I mean, you didn't search the middle floor. But you searched the upper, and the only thing that you noticed was the hand that had a knife stuck through it, that was clutched close. But other than that, you have no idea if this was taken, something was taken, or if he was going to bury something. You didn't find anything of importance on the corpse. I presume you quickly checked. Oh, well.
Not me, at least.
Well, there's nothing left in the pyre, unless it was something that could be burned.
Are there, as we walk around, I mean, is there any kind of glyphs or markings or shit? Someone just, scribbled into the walls or ceilings?
I mean,
or stuff
are
like that?
you searching the house?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think
Well,
I am.
with the roll you made, I'm just gonna say when you get to the upper floor and you see the rather smashed and mushed remains of the hand that Unger so boldly, so bravely, so magnificently crushed.
You know it?
Yeah. You actually spot a piece of bloodied paper, parchment, clutched in the remains of the fingers.
Smells evil. Asta, would you like to?
No.
Man. Asta,
No,
you
this
take
could be evidence of what happened here.
you take the paper.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you
Unfold it.
Is it
you
readable?
unfold it, and
Is it readable?
it is readable. It's written in common. The paper is very scrunched up, and it seems to not be the entire thing. But written in rather scribbly words are the words "Give it back."
Taxes.
What did you
The
do?
tax demon came.
You prayed for this, didn't you?
Could we take a short break?
Hello.
We're gonna round up in a little bit. Oh, you need to.
Yeah.
All right, you go do that. We're not
Alright.
going to take a break though.
Sure.
You're out peeing in the woods.
Yes.
Magnificent.
Pushing down
The
trees.
yellow arch. It's just,
Cutting down a tree with
He pisses rainbows.
Acid.
Oh god.
the note
Gnomes,
is,
stop stalking Getherin.
I can't help it. Magnificent beast he is. What does that evil infernal note say?
Give it back is all it says.
Give what back?
I don't know. It seems to be part of another one.
They never paid
Wait.
the taxes.
Why did we come up here? Why did that half-orc down in the minus regrets send us?
Because of
Because they owed him.
Yeah. Half-orcs, the dark blood of the whatever thing.
what the fuck, man?
He seemed too nice!
Ivan is a very nice half
I think you got something here. He may have me fooled,
What's this?
but this sounds very possible.
Nay, even plausible.
I mean, this is the nicest guy you know, and he
But
always
his daughter exists, right?
Yes.
Would you stop
I
being
don't-
such a prejudiced asshole?
Thank you.
Hey!
I mean, I know you like the Dragonborn, but do you have to take a crap on all of the rest of us?
I'm not...
No, we would never say anything.
So, what is your... you with a deeper insight into matters arcane, what would you suggest? What is your idea?
Well, have we searched? Are we done searching?
Well, Getherin is
Yes,
not done, so... Oh, yes.
No more.
Yeah.
There's no more. There's some mining equipment.
What does the dagger look like?
The dagger is a common steel dagger. You'd find a dozen of them on sale at Rosamunda's.
Right. Well, we do the basic thing, you know, everything that is... Well, we can take and sell. I mean, we take...
So you... Alright, there's not a lot of value.
No, it's mostly don't let it go to waste.
You're taking food and equipment.
No, no food.
Alright. Yeah, I guess if you'd carry it, there's some furniture. A lot of it is in really bad state though, but you could probably get a couple of coppers of this, out of this.
You know what? Are we done with the
Don't-
building?
Don't steal stuff. We went here to get the debt paid back for, in exchange for free lodging and food.
But
Yeah, that's not
This
gonna
should-
happen.
there is nothing to pay him back with.
No, but I'm saying he should have whatever is of value here.
Nothing. Or Getherin, have you found anything of value in the building yet?
I was outside.
Yes, please go inside and find the thing of value. I will
There-
study your methods.
Again, you could maybe scrape together a silver out of everything you can. If you basically like take the planks of the wall,
How much were the debt?
a couple of silvers.
Couples.
Okay, first of all, yes. I'm collecting that cash.
Again, I'm just saying you're taking stuff from a house that had zombies in it, but all right.
Dude,
I'm not carrying.
they don't
anything
need it
for you.
anymore, and they are well overdue
Why
their
should
tax
you-
pay.
All right, fair enough, fair enough.
I have to scrape everything from these people.
Okay, so
I take
do
a board.
you two help out with this, or is it
No.
just these two?
What I do is I go down to the pyre. Somewhere I pick up a branch or board or something, just thrust it in so it lights. And then if no one else has anything to say, I'll light this house on fire.
Excuse me?
We
Well,
don't know
Don't
what
do it
caused
as long as your brother is inside.
Are you inside?
What?
Come out!
What? What?
the house is
He'll
on
come
fire.
out quickly. Alder, get out here! It's gonna burn soon.
Wait, what?
Come out! I'm counting to 4.
Okay.
1, 2.
Alder runs out of the building.
Excellent. Now, I want to light this house on fire. We don't know what happened, why these people rose up to try to kill us. Or
We couldn't
hug
find
us
any
or what.
more missing pieces.
No,
of-
nothing.
So, unless someone has something else they want to do or say, should I light the house on fire? I say yes.
How probably is it that the forest catches some?
It's pretty. There's very sparse vegetation around the house.
So
it's not very. For the sake of storytelling, it doesn't matter. The forest is not going to burn down.
Good.
The fire catches on dangerously fast.
And I do some prayers to the sun.
It takes a couple of minutes before it starts crumbling on itself.
In that time, I pray.
It's a bad house.
It's about house.
good to pray.
Yeah, you pray.
Oh, yes.
Your faces are lit up by the blaze of the fire.
It's warm.
It's tainted.
Yes.
This
And-
could draw attention.
It could.
If you think like
I can
military man,
imagine Ivan going out and be like, "Why is their house on fire?" But you've done the best.
The best of the best.
And
Yeah.
you start heading back, I presume.
yes, we're the
But we
best of
did
what's left.
search the pyre and we didn't find anything
No,
there.
nothing.
Alright.
You've gathered trinkets that could maybe cover a portion of the tab they owed.
God damn it!
If you'd only had more time.
If I have more time, but still, it's not possible because I have to pay the.
Yeah.
I have to pay the count also with this cash.
Yes, you do. So
But we'll see.
you make your way back to the miner's
Eventually.
regret.
I think I'll stay behind for a bit so I see that the forest doesn't catch fire, and of course,
Hello.
People.
to see that nothing like rises from the burning house and like I'm gonna kill you. In that case, I run and hide. But
Nothing rises.
I
The
feel-
evil has been vanquished, it seems,
For now.
for now.
Damn you! Yes.
When you leave, there's only the cellar left, and it's burnt out.
Yeah, and Astra, I would like some cooperation here, some help from you. How could this happen?
Well, so there's a school of magic called necromancy that dabbles in life and death that could do this. I don't. Just so you know.
I didn't ask. I didn't ask.
What? Shh.
As you can see, I dabble in fire, not death. Well,
Yes. Oh, no, I'm
you
sorry.
know what I mean.
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
it's-
Please
it's
go
the
on.
smoke.
Yes.
But really, I haven't seen this before. I don't know much about it.
Do you have books about it? Perhaps someone you can ask back at the castle.
Well, I've read all the books in the castle. Not much about
Necromancy is a fairly unknown school here.
Mentioned somewhere among schools of magic, but
Could you ask perhaps Stella, or do you have some wise old woman somewhere?
I don't think Stella knows
You-
more about necromancy
Well,
than us.
they are the two people I know practicing arcane magic.
You can. There is the college of sorcery, which is sort of the
Sort of.
the
Continue.
center of magical learning in the known kingdom. It's in the capital city. You could send a request for books about necromancy, but it would take quite a while before. And chances are you wouldn't get access to the most detailed texts because you're not of that level of proficiency
Yeah,
with
yeah.
magic. But you could definitely seek advice from the College of Sorcery.
Is that like trying to ask for books about bomb making or stuff like that?
Presumably, yes.
Yeah.
Magic is a rare art in this part of the world, and it's guarded jealously by scholars.
Yeah. So
I can't tell you much more than that.
that is both good and bad. It is good because that you don't know it means a lot to me. But at the same time,
Understandably,
that this could even happen is really bad.
yeah.
I think.
You've never heard of the undead rising in the Oaken Isles before. There are no records as far as you can tell. Of course, there might be
Of
some
course,
mention.
There might be
yeah,
because it's still a school of magic,
yeah.
but I haven't seen it. I have not heard of it. I've been living on the Oaken Isles for like
30 in almost
20 years?
20 years, yes. It's never been anything like
At
this.
least.
So why
Kobolds
now?
I mean, it could have something to do with the
Let's
shipments.
let's go back to the miner's regret and ask that Ivan fellow if he knew who else had debts on these guys. I mean, according to your note, they were guilty of harboring something or keeping away something that, in retrospect, I might have burned down.
No,
Crap.
that's never gonna come back and bite you.
No.
Never.
No, of course not. You're all part of that, by the way.
Everyone's guilty.
Sorry
With
about
you,
that.
brother, anything.
He says as he slowly stands. Yes, I knew it. I knew
Stop taxing me!
it. Taxing. Oh,
Taxing.
man.
When you have a large bag of gold.
Oh, it's a code gold.
Well,
In the middle of the
you
night,
take
yes.
essentially a pound of flesh instead of money. You have a very complicated exchange
it-
system worked out.
There is
Long,
very
lonely
long-
nights on
yeah,
the sea. We discussed
Hey,
taxation.
you have an entire conversion chart. You have the exchange rates for flesh to gold to. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, who doesn't really?
I mean, it's so simple.
These are the good guys, people.
Trust us.
Is the walk back uneventful?
Uneventful. In fact, it's surprisingly quiet. It's almost as if the animals of the forest have escaped this part of the woods.
No signposts, no cairns of stone or stuff, anything on the way back that seems odd.
No.
What the fuck?
Is there still light from the inn? And
The light is the inn is a light. Yes, it's not a blaze.
So people, we're not going with the half-orc is a necromancer or something like that.
It would
no,
be highly
Okay.
unlikely.
Ivan, you know him.
I don't know him. He's too... No.
You've met him. I mean, he's been here for ages.
There's quite a gathering of
Yes.
people outside the tavern, however, when you get there. And Ivan walks up to you and just, I saw the fire. What's happening?
We purged it!
You purged?
Yes.
You killed them? They only owed me money.
Ivan,
I back away.
It's more complicated than that.
I would hope so.
Could we step inside? So we can
Yes,
talk?
yes, of course.
Why-
I'm sorry, Astra. I'm hopefully understandably upset.
Why all of these people
Well, they're just
also...
they just look concerned. The fire was seen from miles.
Let's. Quick question.
Yes.
What do you use for persuasion?
Well,
Or rather,
Charisma.
no.
Persuasion?
I mean, what do you use it for?
To
Situations.
convince someone that you're right.
Exactly. As a rogue, I have this. I have 8 in persuasion, so I will.
what?
Wow.
Yeah, what?
There's a 4 or whatever. It's
you have-
weird.
You have a lot in persuasion.
You have
Yes, I
three.
can imagine. You're kind of the guy who charms
plus
people's
one.
pants off
It's freeze.
and then sells them for taxes.
yes,
Then you roll a dice.
which is
That's
why
not
they
it.
were pantsless outside the window.
There was other things.
It all makes sense.
Anyway,
It's
I-
like that
yeah.
usual suspect scene right now, when you see him and then you see pants and you see the fire.
It all makes sense.
What?
That
No,
didn't
nothing.
make
No.
sense.
I'm moving a bit
Oh,
away, allowing the big people there to explain things because they have things so well in hand,
Mm-hmm.
and they're trustworthy. And
Back to lifting dogs.
The dogs are asleep.
comes back in the night.
excellent.
Come here, puppies.
Don't lift dogs. All right. I wouldn't mind an explanation now. What happened up there?
Astra has the perfect explanation.
He looks at you, Astra. My lady?
Are we inside?
Yes, you're inside now. People have dispersed after they realized that.
We're back and
You're back
everything
and-
is kind of okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
They trust you.
So
Okay.
Fools.
when we arrived there, everything was quiet, dark. Didn't seem like anyone was home.
Uh-huh.
Um,
That's strange. I would have known if they left.
well, they didn't leave. We found Maeva murdered in her bed,
What? Murdered?
and also
By whom?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how much you would wish me to go into detail. It was quite gruesome. But also, well, you know I dabble in magic, and
Yes, I've heard.
And there's a school of magic called necromancy.
I've heard of it.
When we entered the home and find Maeva, we also met Rod.
Was he the one who killed her?
We don't know. We met him walking with a knife in his heart.
What?
We suspect.
How would he have survived that?
He wasn't alive. Living dead.
By the light.
They buried something underneath the house.
Father, is this
What?
is this true? What she's saying?
Everything.
They-
What did you say?
Walking Dead.
Yes, they were dead yet walking. Dark magic. Possibly from the sea serpent.
By the light.
Yes,
He's displeased with us.
displeased. It's his way of showing gratitude or something. It's a horrible, horrible thing. You should not worship that thing. Worship the sun. This will never happen. Never!
Then who's seen
So what did you do? That's why you burnt the house?
They tried to attack us,
under this?
and we, of course, defended ourselves, and fire seemed most effective. And also, when everything was burnt down, some kind of tension released, so it felt better.
But who could have killed them? And who could have done that to them?
Do you know if they
They
had
were
any
they
visitors?
weren't evil people.
They were
They
now.
were stupid and
Do you know if they found anything outside of the ordinary in the mines lately?
I wouldn't know. Last time I saw them, they said they were done with the place. That they had plans for the future that didn't involve the islands, but I presumed it would be the usual tomfoolery of the Folsons. They've been done with the quarry at least a dozen times, but they always went back when the money ran out.
Did they
Yes.
seem excited or frightened?
I suppose Mavis spoke very little. It was mostly Rod. He seemed excited. Mavis, surprisingly quiet, didn't say much. You suspect this has something to do with the quarry?
Might have. I would like to know, do you know if there's anyone around here that they might have spoken to?
No, not here. They only stopped to pick up some sacks of potatoes. They told me they would pay for them later. Then they left for their cabin.
All right.
I would know. There's so few here now. I keep track of everyone.
Are there any others from the mine who've passed through since they came back?
Not stopped here. I mean, it's possible someone went by, but the dogs would have alerted us to their presence, and
Ah,
they've been quiet.
Jeffrey, I think maybe we should return there in the sunlight, in the blessed sunlight. Perhaps we should, sift through the building and see what they were perhaps trying to bury underneath. Perhaps bring some dogs to sniff out some evil. Couldn't hurt.
Yeah. Could be a good idea to go back in the morning.
Maybe give us, if you find anything, perhaps it gives us a clue to whatever did this. Because this should not happen.
Thomas, who's been quiet so far, should I go alert the Lord to this?
You are beginning to think like a man, Thomas. I approve heartily.
Really?
But not yet.
Must
not
you
yet.
constantly belittle me?
I do not. You are taller than me. How could I belittle you? I am the little one. And don't you belittle me, Thomas. Don't you dare look down.
I didn't.
You look down your nose at me at every turn.
He looks at you like, Please, make him stop.
Do we have?
I
any
cracked a knee
means-
skull. You want to know? I smashed undead.
That's
today.
enough.
Yes,
Yes.
of course. Yeah, I don't need to tell you anymore.
All right.
Do we have any means of sending a message without sending you away? Do we have any? pigeons,
Ivan,
ravens?
well, I suppose I could have Ivanova, my daughter.
Yes.
Sorry, there's so many Ivans in my family that
You don't have birds?
Ease down on the ale.
I don't have birds. No,
Well,
I could have her head to
chicken.
the capital, and
it's a dangerous journey for a 10-year-old.
oh, she can
girl.
take care of herself.
I have no doubt.
And if what you say is true, then the further away from danger she is, the better.
But maybe we should investigate further before we send any messages, and then we can send young Thomas here.
Well, it's still the middle of the night, right? So we're not sending anyone just yet.
Perhaps you ought to sleep on it. Don't worry if
If
I
I
can't
can sleep.
What?
How could you sleep?
I've always found that after a good nap, I think clearer and I know what to do.
Yes.
I always thought the same, but after a few cups of beer or wine.
Beer and wine on the house, as promised.
Excellent.
And I suppose we shall drink to Rod and Mavis. May they rest in peace, wherever they are.
Yes, that's only right.
Yes.
Rod and Mavis. Take once. Guess I'm never seeing that money again. And you drink the night away, I presume. Some of you, at least.
Of course.
I see to it to get some rest.
Rest.
Yeah.
You each get a room. It's decent. Decent lodgings. No pests. Straw beds, so...
There isn't a
That's
room
pretty
with a
comfy.
slightly better bed.
No.
Slightly
Of course,
better
Lady
room.
Astra, for you.
Damn it.
For Lady Astra, anything. But the night passes uneventful, thankfully. There's no barking from the hounds, and as dawn breaks once again, the music changes.
From this very
And
dark.
Wow, it's so weird when it's turned off.
Well, in the morning, I speak to people again that, once again, I think we should return
Hello, Billy Sage.
and sift through the wreckage, see what we can find, if there is indeed something to find.
You might want to
Yes.
bring tools for that.
A spade.
Young Thomas, you can wield a shovel like no one's business.
Thomas is nursing a strong cup of coffee,
Perfect.
rubbing his temples.
He is in the perfect mood for hard physical labor. Yes.
If anything,
Yeah.
hard physical labor helps.
He
Yes, we know. It is known.
It is known.
It is known.
I love how none of you step up to protect this poor guy. It's okay. I'm not guilting you. It's fine. Thomas.
No, I'm actually grabbing a shovel and getting going.
I am
because
grabbing a shovel.
So
Yes.
you head back to the remains. Of
I
the-
bring a few hounds too, if I can,
see.
from the innkeep.
If we're allowed.
He lets you use his bloodhound lady.
Very
She's
good.
old, but she's got the best nose in the entire Oaken Isles.
How do you know this? No, I.
How do you? Why?
No, Chris. Down there.
Oh right. There you go, Toby. Yeah. So you bring lady with you. Do all of you head to the?
Yeah. Of course.
Right.
Why
you,
would I not see to it that Thomas does his work?
you head to the
We're not
scorched
bringing
remains of
Thomas.
the building?
Remove the rubbish, and in the place where we saw perhaps a hole being hastily dug, in that place, dig out and see if there's something buried. Perhaps.
You dig into the.
I don't.
Jesus.
Okay. Why don't you dig?
I'm a lady. I
She
don't
has
dig.
nails, you know.
Claws.
Why don't you dig?
Because demons don't have to work.
Wait, what?
What?
Are you deep?
No.
What haven't you told me about our
No,
mother?
I'm working.
Oh, yeah.
She's not.
It doesn't take long
Doesn't
at
it make
all.
sense?
You dig a little bit further, and your shovels hit ding, something that goes cling, and the unmistakable sound
Coin.
of coins.
It's like, ding.
Yeah, you
Contain yourselves.
you continue digging and you find a small sack, slightly broken, and inside of it is 15 silver pieces.
That's nothing.
Keep digging.
It's 50
bound to
nights
be
in
more.
an inn.
It's bound to be more.
This is the presumably the life savings of Mavis and
Their life savings.
and Rod.
Sad.
Do we find anything aside from coins?
No, it's coins.
I throw away this shovel in disgust.
Well then,
For what? You found
we
money.
we should probably take this back to the tavern owner.
But wait,
Yes.
now we know. If we can find out who these guys owed 15 silvers. But wait,
Where did they get
who
the
would
15
kill
silver?
them and make them undead for 15 silver? We have a psycho on the island somewhere.
That's a good
Some
question.
grouchy old person who's like, I have nothing to do.
You hear
I remember 10 years
you
ago.
hear something that sounds almost like your own voice in your head saying, maybe they weren't after the money.
What? Who? But
What?
not after the. Well, who is saying that?
You don't hear anything.
No.
Oh, you hear someone saying, who said that in your head? It's you.
Right, keep digging. There's bound to be something else, something more.
You keep digging.
I keep digging.
And roughly 2 hours later, after you've dug out another floor of the cellar,
Naked to my waist, sweating.
yeah. I mean, you barely do anything. It's mostly Getherin, but
Yeah.
He's dual wielding shovels.
it's, you shovel out a square meter,
Yeah.
a cubic meter, a cubic meter.
Perfect cube.
It's like Minecraft.
But no, there's nothing else here.
But the voice in my head told me to.
There's nothing else
Very well.
in the basement.
Very well.
And there's nothing around the pyre either.
No, you searched. There's literally nothing.
Yeah. We head back to the inn.
Yes.
Then
I
why
see.
did they dig down their silver?
Again, I throw down my shovel in disgust.
Don't you know that many hide their savings so they won't be stolen?
You mean taxes?
You, of any, should be an expert in the many places people can hide their money.
On ships.
And why?
I've seen many places. I've looted many places.
Indeed.
With guards.
With guards. So you haven't actually done any of the work. It's been guardsmen.
Look over there! It's over there
Turn this
somewhere!
house upside down until we have the money we need.
Basically.
Exactly that tone.
Yes, he knows exactly where to find it. Yes, no idea.
In the house, somewhere.
Yes.
You return back to the inn.
Underneath the floorboard.
You come back to the inn and you're met by Ivan once more. He's like, Did you find anything?
Ah, Ivan, tell me. Did you know who these people, they owed money or things, I guess. So, did you know anyone who had the specific sum of 15 silvers who they owed money to? 15 silvers.
15 silvers? No, they owed me 6 silver.
Right, just
I wouldn't know anyone else.
just checking.
Is that, you
We-
found 15 silver?
We found a pouch of 15 silvers. Alder has it.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I suppose you could consider it your reward for the trouble.
No.
I
You
give you a
are
Kind
very.
of slap on the shoulder.
Give the man
So
his silver.
yes, here you go.
Oh,
Here's-
thank you. That's very kind of you. I've always found that people treat each other so ill these days. You should take care of each other and just. It's a cold, hard world, and when we die, we die. And
How much did you give him? All of it?
Oh, fucking course not.
6.
Yeah.
Why?
Are you gonna take that as untaxed money?
No, it's
I
gonna
mean,
come up.
with some mathematics, their debt is roughly 9 silver. Roughly.
When was the time you gave them this deal, and in the amount of time span here? So it's gonna be 5 silvers for you, 1 for the crown.
Let me just. I'm just gonna. We have a new viewer here,
Yeah.
which is unfortunate. We're going to be ending the stream very soon. But we have Astra, who's
Barely.
a tiefling wizard.
Yes.
We have Hodor, Getherin, who is a dragonborn fighter.
He's anti-Hodor.
Hodor. We have Alder, who is a gnome accountant.
Yes.
Thief.
Accountant.
Accountant, please.
Hodor.
Oh, hello, God! So many subscribers. Followers. Thank you. And then Unger, who is a gnome cleric.
Charlatan cleric. I
Charlatan
think.
cleric who
Yeah.
does not believe in his own god.
I have no god, but I have a religion I make money out of.
Yes. These two are brothers, by the way, the gnomes. They're former pirates. Now they make their living shilling the naive local lord of his savings.
Naive local. He's a wondrous man who
He's
gave us
wonderful
a job, and
He's made more money with you at the as a tax collector than he would have ever made otherwise.
Yeah.
I mean, with that surplus, who'd care about a few skimming off the top? And the bottom, and the middle, and the
skimming off
sides.
the top. There's nothing.
The money in this county is basically like a kebab roll that you're just cutting off all over the place.
If people want to give me all their life savings, who might say no?
Of course.
Stupid fisherman.
Yes.
Oh, look, salvation.
So it's still fairly early. It's not even noon yet. And presumably you will reach Stonehammer Quarry before nightfall. If everything goes as...
We really should get going.
Yeah.
Oh god.
We're on the Lord's time here.
Was it Ivanova?
Ivanova, yeah.
True.
Does she have a horse?
No, sir, I don't have a horse.
We should send her back with Thomas, I think.
I mean, I would love to have a horse.
Or
They're
just
very beautiful
send
creatures.
Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's getting kind of annoying.
The thing is, we need to get messages.
I'm getting annoying!
You shut up, boy!
Unger, you're
Speak when
stop
spoken
bothering
to!
the boy.
Who are you calling a boy? I have a
Don't
job.
speak
I'm a
back to
man.
the lady!
I did, but
You shut up! Learn sometime!
the post boy shuts up.
Promptly, yes.
For the record, they essentially kidnapped the local postman. And brought them-
No, recruited.
And as Astra
Forcefully.
said, you should definitely write a letter to the Lord, and we should send young Thomas back with the letter. It is very responsible of you. Yes.
I suppose I would have to.
Thomas!
I will do it.
Not spoken to.
Thomas,
dare
you
you.
wouldn't mind, right?
Of course not, my lady. I will gladly deliver the message to the Lord.
Good manners, Thomas.
Just
Here,
give me a few
have an
moments
apple.
and I'll write up a letter.
Thank you.
Even more manners. Do you want another? I don't have it, so.
I'm one apple is fine, thank you.
Yes.
You write up a letter. What do you put in the letter?
Okay, I tell him about the kobolds from the other night.
Mm-hmm.
And he almost got killed.
Get Getherin a helmet.
It was really
Promptly.
No,
embarrassing.
I'm not going into that much detail.
No. But,
We got attacked. We made it out.
mm-hmm.
They didn't. Okay.
So you, sorry, I mean, do you bring up the fact that there were necromantic zombies?
Yeah, I was getting
The
to
point
that.
of the letter.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. You were talking about the kobolds. Okay,
Yes.
sorry. Yeah, sorry.
So, starting with the kobolds, I tell him about that. Arriving at the miner's regret and telling about Rod and Mava, Ivan, and what we did, what we saw, what we did again. And now that we're heading off.
All right. It's You sealed the letter, of course, with the signet
Just
ring.
a small note. If you come across any books regarding necromancy, save them for me, please. I want to study. Learn
Yes.
more, not study.
Uh,
Not Unger, don't get me wrong.
Can I read that letter over your... I can't read that over your...
we should actually, since you're the authority of magic in this setting, which
Yeah.
is, we're not playing Faerun or anything like that. This is our own world.
Yeah.
How is necromancy looked upon? Is it a forbidden school of magic, or is it just a school of magic that can be used for bad things? I mean, conjuring can create fire, which can kill people. So, like,
Well, I suppose since it's not well known and it should be frowned upon, revising the dead.
a lot
of
of wizards probably study it like people studied autopsies in the 16th, 17th century.
Yeah.
That they were doing it in secret.
I guess it depends on how you use it.
Yes, of course.
I mean, also if I go around throwing fireballs at everyone and their
Yeah.
houses, that should be frowned upon too.
What is your view on necromancy?
Not my preferred school of magic, but as anything, it's interesting to read about, learn about.
Fair
Is
enough.
this something you speak about?
No, of course not.
I'm asking. Have you
Maybe
mentioned...
if you pull up a conversation on the road,
I don't.
might.
I actually don't at this moment, no.
No,
Magic is all fake, after all.
Well,
Science. We have an atheist in a Dungeons and Dragons session.
and I'm a priest, god damn it!
You're a charlatan.
An atheist priest.
Yes.
I love it.
I'm just sitting down at a table at the inn. If you want
Yeah.
to crawl up on the chair beside me
Yeah.
and read over my shoulder, you may.
I
yeah.
do.
We got some input from Night Scion here, and he kind of pushes the way that it's probably restricted or illegal to perform necromancy, especially outside the College of Sorcery. Which is a misnomer because it's not actually sorcery; it's wizardry. But
Yeah, well, most
Yeah.
religions say that when you're dead, you should be dead.
yes, so reanimating the dead.
It's the domains of
Yeah,
some
except,
gods.
What's the difference between resurrection and reanimating the dead?
Well, some gods have that power, and their servants, perhaps. Man should not wield those powers willy-nilly.
Perhaps it is studied.
Wait,
but
gods?
only
You don't
under-
believe in? Are you taking the devil's advocacy here?
Well, it's actually, I read about it somewhere, and it seemed to be a good stance when people ask.
yeah.
Yes.
Right, so
Clearly.
you start packing
they're
things
undead
up.
because of
Thomas,
the
you
sea
send Thomas
serpents.
on his way back to the ferry, back to Swan Meadow, and the ferry there. Patrick, the ferryman, and you set on your way once more on
The
the
last
oxen
thing I
cart.
say to Thomas that we'll be seeing you up at the quarry when you're done.
But
Yes, right along now, Thomas.
yes, of course, my lord.
We'll never see him again.
Does he seem like he's going to skip on his duties?
Why don't you roll perception?
Send with him a letter.
Insight.
Insight,
That's
certainly.
actually worse for me, but
Insight.
We have to send a letter with him. That says that
2.
He seems like a very trustworthy young man who's really shouldered this responsibility. There's no way he would ever back down.
As
Of
I
course
walk
not.
away, smiling, knowing that I did something right, there is something nagging in me that something is not right.
But of course you ignore that inner voice, because it's the same voice that tells you to do good things.
It's the same voice that tells me that don't lie to the peasants.
Exactly. You've long since learned to ignore that voice.
Yes, it's off. Mute.
The cleric has life. No, light as the main, right?
Yes.
Light domain. Interesting piece of trivia is that he doesn't actually know that
Spells.
spells. He doesn't know that he has magic yet, or spells.
It has happened once or twice that stuff happened.
Yeah.
It's mostly I use the kind of spells like healing word and stuff because I can shout them out like, please don't die or get up! And they...
Surprisingly, they get up.
Yes, they do.
You're just very persuasive.
Yeah, so I'm hoping shit happens, and
Yeah.
it's not me that does it, of course not. Just
Essentially, he realized that people were worshipping the sea serpent and sacrificing people to that. So you formed a new religion, the god of light, the sun, and
a kind and warm,
he
gentle
only
kind.
wants your money, not your life.
No, not the money. Silver, no. Well, it's such that. Copper, such that. It reflects better in gold.
Gold is, of course, the metal of your god.
Of course it is.
Yes.
Yes, it's yellow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Golden gold. Of course.
So he doesn't actually believe in his own god.
Although I'm getting kind of strange things has happened. It has me worried.
Yes. Perhaps you're going insane.
I want
Yes.
to give Thomas enough money to get on the ferry and eat a meal.
Yeah,
Because he's
it's
going
a couple of silver,
Yeah.
so
Let us.
no big expense on your part. I'm not going to be super anal about money and
no.
buying stuff like that.
No. It's more like the accountant goes, we can't just give away money.
He can hunt his own food.
Write down the amount.
Well, he shouldn't hunt his own food. That would be hunting in the Lord's grounds. That's taxed.
That's illegal.
That's even better.
That should be illegal.
It
He'll
should
get
be.
his own food and he'll
Writing a
have
new
to
law.
I gave him an apple. He should hold it.
I should hold him. An
But
apple
it
a
was
day.
meant for the horse, actually. But
Horse, Thomas, roughly the same value.
I gave Thomas some money and I heard them squabbling behind my back.
They're always squabbling. Because remember, they're also gnomes, so they say. Or do you have actual deep voices?
deep voices for being a gnome. Yes.
So you sound like Mogwai. I mean Gizmo.
Oh gods. Yes, of course we do.
I don't remember the
Barry
voice.
Whites of
The Barry White of gnomes.
Okay, it's 9 o'clock, so we've been playing for almost 3 hours. So I'm going to have to end the session for now.
We
Because-
arrive at Stonehammer Quarry, stop there, and
Yes, you approach the quarry. No kobolds. Things are going okay,
Things are looking up.
and the quarry is on fire. No, just kidding. We'll
Why
see what
have you
happens
been
in the
there?
Stonehammer
Yeah,
quarry
and-
in the
and-
next session.
and just one thing, you don't need to pay Thomas anything for food because we had free food from the inn. Saved money.
just ignore them.
I am
So-
kind and generous.
Well,
You
yeah,
get
You
portions
listen.
from the.
I really like how we divided the two tables. The gnomes and the good people.
all right.
Come on, that's
All right.
racist.
No. Yes, that too.
Excuse me.
But I want to move us around from time to time just to
That's perfectly fine.
just
The brothers don't always have to sit next to each other. So, like we mentioned in the beginning of this podcast, this is technically the third episode. The first one was the session 0, where we created characters. Second one was the first session, which had terrible audio. You can go back and watch it. We're gonna put it up on YouTube as well. I still haven't gotten to that.
When are we doing that?
I'm working on it. I'm working here. It's gonna get up. The audio is terrible. We're still learning how everything works. We're really happy that you guys showed up and wanted to watch this.
yeah.
We will be playing in 2 weeks again, I hope. Thursday, 2 weeks.
It is.
It is decided. The one after that, we might have to schedule to Wednesday. But we'll talk about that next episode. If you have any questions, comments, if you think we should do some things differently, just let us know.
Some input about the characters and stuff
Absolutely.
like that. Please give us.
We have a YouTube channel. We're Swede Fighters on YouTube. We play games and also we roleplay Death Watch as well, which is a Warhammer 40k role-playing game. We also have a podcast called Swede Rolls, where we talk about role-playing games and games in general. Magic the Gathering, for example. And
Once.
you can find us on Twitter, Swede Fighters, Tumblr, Swede Fighters. We're Swede Fighters basically everywhere.
You need to do more. You need to do more about the role-playing games.
Yeah. I mean, Dana will appear every once in a while.
Yeah.
Linda will appear. David's yet to star in one of our podcasts, but
And he can now.
yeah. Talk about his experiences with Dungeons and Dragons.
He cries
Yes.
copiously.
Why is my guy
Thank
so
you
good?
once again for tuning in. See you next Thursday. We start streaming at roughly 6 o'clock Swedish time, which is 4 o'clock UK
GMT?
time.
We don't
don't
try
really
time
know.
zones
We'll
yet.
let you know on Twitter.
Central European time.
Yeah, Central European Standard Time is
Plus
6 o'clock.
one or something
Yeah,
like
so 6 o'clock. And if you want to be an NPC in this campaign, just let us know. We'll name a character after you that will be brutally murdered.
Wait.
Or own our asses, because kobolds are a lethal threat to us.
Yeah. Kobolds with
Zombies,
critical
no
hits.
problem, but
Yeah, zombies. No,
The zombies
wait,
did nothing.
You said that now.
Just you wait.
Zombie kobolds.
And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
If
Bye-bye.
not
See
even
ya.
before then. Bye.
Oh, my neck hurts as balls.
What the fuck?
I don't know, man.
We off?
Stop recording.
Hey guys, Chris here. Remember last week how I talked about being very tired before recording this? Well, guess what? It's 11 p.m. the day before this episode's going up. And I'm just here to give you guys the heads up on what's going on. As you no doubt heard by now, the audio quality of this episode is fucking baller. We finally kind of figured out how to connect the USBs. A little update about the streams. They're going to be on Thursdays, but due to some real life bullshit, we might be switcherooing the weeks around. I'm gonna keep you guys posted on Tweet Fighters and Twitter. Just follow us there, or just we'll be talking about it in the stream as well. Another update is that from now on, every Thursday at noon Swedish time, so that would be GMT +2. In case you're wondering, I think it's Central Eastern European Standard Time, Easter. I think I got that right. That's when we're uploading our episodes so people can watch them before the stream, in case you missed last week. I'm really tired. And I still need to fucking cut the episode together. I'm gonna go do that now. I love you guys.